Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming the Lord of the Rings online. I am going to be playing my Beorning here. And at first I'm going to just do some questing and leveling in Moria. I was about to say Mordor, but yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Then we are doing a Mithril League Kin event where we are doing some Moria instances. Yeah, that should be in about an hour. So I need to not talk to him, but I wanted to go to the Beorning trader here real quick to look at some of the legendary stuff. I don't remember what my legendary situation is, but I know I need a two-handed upgrade. It looks like I already bought that though. So I kind of forgot I bought that and I need to get that weapon set up as well. Not the biggest deal, but an upgrade's an upgrade. So the Moria instances we will be doing, I think, are the higher level ones, if I can remember the buttons to pull up the panel. So the one I have unlocked is the Forgotten Treasury, and I think we might be doing one of the level 58 ones where like the bosses are level 60. I think most of the mobs are also level 60, so it'd be nice if I could get to 56 before that starts. I don't think the legacies matter too much at this point. Like if I deconstruct weapons, they would, but I don't really deconstruct them till higher level. Thunderous Roar could be a good one because I mainly play blue line, and I'd rather that than damage on Vicious Claws. So that's nice to have. Oh, it's upgraded. I thought I was getting a new legacy there. I didn't even pay attention. Do need to spend some points on that, but we can look at it after going through some of the reforging and all that fun stuff. Yeah, this is pretty much like just the same stuff. I'm going to try to, I guess, deconstruct a few things so I can keep pulling up. There we go, on Shift I and I up. So I am going to, I need to identify. And if you all can let me know if there are any audio issues, I'm still trying to get my setup like good with that and consistent. I feel like I change something little every time I stream or do any recording. And I think I just realized I never updated the thumbnail for this stream. It's just like the Mines of Moria logo, but that's okay. I'll make a better one later if I think about it. Okay, so tempered tree cutter, what would be upgraded after tempered? I might have to get rid of the tempered part. EDM, this is on legendary server Anor. But I guess at this point, running through Moria stuff, it doesn't really matter. It's the same as if it was a regular server, but I am on the legendary server. We have like a low B group that it's slowly going through some of the earlier content, so we went through Angmar and now we're going through Moria. Kind of just started a week or two ago, really getting into the Moria instances. Okay, so I need to level up the new, I guess I should equip it first, and then I can level it up. So the new Beorning's Great Axe of the Third Age. I'll just put all my XP things in it because there's really no point in saving them kind of at this level. Oops, thought I used all of them. This used to take a really long time. It still takes a kind of long time to use all of your things. A lot of clicking and moving the mouse around and getting that. I think did I apply it to the wrong one? Maybe not. Okay, hopefully we got that decent level where it's actually an upgrade over my level 53 one. Relentless Maul or spinning attacks to the spinning attacks to refund wrath can be good for tanking, I think. Turn the Tides, probably B-Swarm debuff duration is more useful than Turn the Tides damage. I do use Turn the Tides like in no, that's not Turn the Tides. I thought Turn the Tides was Nature's Vengeance. I don't even remember what Turn the Tides is then. Oh man. Yeah, I have no idea I might remember it once I see it, but I really don't know what Turn the Tides is right now. It might be a yellow line thing. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Oh, it's the red line specifically for Nature's Vengeance. Maybe that's why I was thinking that, but that's definitely not worth it if I'm playing blue line then. So I got level 27 out of it. That's not ideal, but if I can upgrade the DPS enough, then it's better than the one I have. That's pretty much the most important thing at this level. And it is, oh, I already have it equipped, but it is better DPS wise, has better stats and all that sort of thing. It's just the legacies could be like slightly worse than the one I have just because it is higher like item level or the legendary level. I guess would that be called item level? I don't even know. Doesn't really matter, but I'll just try to get some of the legacies upgraded and get a couple starter relics in it. Doesn't really matter, I don't think, for the first few relics you put in. I usually just randomly do tier 1 or tier 2 of the stats I need. I think I want, yeah, defense. The runes usually aren't that good. I don't even know any class that really likes any of these. Maybe the parry rating one for Guardian or block rating if you tank. But otherwise, most like DPS classes that really doesn't give much benefit. That's when getting the crafted relics is really nice. See, this one costs a lot. Getting Bear 4 damage would be nice. Thickened Hide duration, I gotta remind myself what that is. So it is the 2-minute cooldown skill. I don't think getting the duration on that's that useful. So probably the Wrath refund would be pretty good, and then one more for bear damage. Okay, that really felt like it took forever to get the LI settled, but I'm still like getting settled in with streaming and doing the stuff I do in game at the same time. It looks like I need to get my goat. I don't know where I was that I was using a horse. I might have been, so we've been doing the Ingmar content I talked about a little bit. And I might have been around, not Baragolaran. What's that camp? Gathforthnear? Yeah, Gathforthnear is probably where I was. I was using a horse, and any chance I can to not use a goat, probably use the horse. See you, EDM. Thanks for stopping by the stream, and good luck with school tomorrow. I also have to start school tomorrow. Looks like all my allies are Beorning. It's kind of surprising I have so many. The second age is captain. I can go ahead and send that to my alt captain, who I will hopefully be bringing up this way soon. Okay, yeah, we've spent a long time getting settled here. I don't know, I don't think I've been going for the full 12 minutes. That's just when I started OBS, but to actually do some leveling up, I will do some of these things I can do. So I have a lot of infused adamant, so I'll probably try to do the ones that require those. Adamants are, oh, they're the low level one. No, they're the high level one, never mind. For some reason I thought I already went through the high level one, but that's good because the higher level one will give more XP. And since I have most of those, might as well go ahead and do them. Hey Tam, you're glad to see I'm back on YouTube? Well, I am glad to be back as well. As far as videos, that kind of reminds me, I do have one regular video coming up, but it's not even that regular of a video. It is a very long video, and probably the biggest video project I've ever done with LOTRO. Which is kind of crazy because I'm just coming back, but I had everything getting ready for it, and ever since I was really able to record, that's what I started on. Otherwise, I don't have too many specific things upcoming besides that single video. I do have ideas for a few other videos if I have like shorter sessions where I can get recording and I'm not busy doing other things. Which I'm not sure, that's probably going to be somewhat infrequent. I think I mentioned that in kind of my return announcement video from a month or two ago, that I'll probably be pretty busy. and have a bit less time overall for videos, but we'll see if that is actually going to be the case. Hopefully it's not the case, but I feel like it could be the case. Save some dwarves. I remember when the legendary servers first were releasing and the essences were a big deal because the low level essence gear, or the level 50 essence gear, really was like very strong and much better than anything else. I think at this point they've updated the other gear and made the essence gear worse, that it's not that big of a deal. And even at like, we're all the way up to 95 now, but even at 85, I don't think they were that great. I did see some people infrequently with essence gear, but it wasn't like really the big thing to get as much, especially with some classes having the height bold sets. Really strong set bonuses from those. And since I play Warden, I know at least their set bonus is really strong. I know these little instance daily quest type things probably seem very like they get repetitive very easily, but at least for me they're fun to do quickly and get some decent XP and just get general Moria things. I think you can even loot the infused sapphire garnets and adamants from it. I was just thinking I should switch to DPS Spec because there's no real reason to be tank spec in these, but I don't have a DPS Spec, I just have blue and yellow line. DPS is the least favorite for me. It's also kind of odd, I think, that I've played my Beorning so much. Ever since like I returned any sort of streams or videos I've done, it seems like I've been on my Beorning, but it's not like one of my least favorite classes, but I wouldn't consider it one of my favorite classes. My favorite are the Warden and Runekeeper, and then behind that I'd probably even rank the Guardian above it, and then maybe Lore Master. I'm not too sure on the Lore Master, but one thing with the Beorning is tanking is very fun. It's just the DPS spec that I don't like as much, and in general I do like DPSing. Don't need the instance panel. I was looking for what I needed to do there, thinking that was a regular instance from that. Just need to turn it in and select my reward. Resolute Heart for tier 3. I think I already have, one of these. I will apply it and see if it does anything more than the one I had. Yeah, I think that gave quite a bit more tactical mitigation. So Library of Steel is the next one. These aren't going to give me too much XP. I think if I did all 6 of them, I would get a decent amount, but I don't know if I want to spend all that time doing them. They're not bad and they're really super quick to run. Like this one I can run quicker than when I did it way back 2 streams ago, but way more than 2 days ago. I don't even think you need to pull every mob. I mean, you might. I don't think I've tried without doing that. But I can really just like run through it and pull all the mobs and they'll just follow. Might be not the best idea because I'm 5 levels lower than them and can be a bit hard to hit them, and they hit me extra hard. But we can try. I don't know why I have potions here on my control bar there. Why I had that. Oh, I guess because when I'm in bear form it's easier to tell that it's meant for that. Yeah, I'm taking quite a bit of damage here. Don't really want to be taking this much. Try to use some defensive stuff, and it's hard to see them down the steps. That's also not a good angle for me to just see what's going on. Somebody's doing anti-exploit mode. I don't know if it's one of the mobs are getting stuck down there. Yes, sometimes if things aren't challenging enough, you just gotta pull a bunch of more mobs. Usually works out that you become a lot closer to defeat. I got close enough that I used a potion, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to how close I was when I used that. But I also have like over a stack of potions, so they're like no big deal to just go through. Looks like I did get 2 summoners, so I forgot about the anti-exploit thing, but yeah, it triggered anti-exploit mode. I thought maybe they got stuck down there, but it looks like it worked out. I'm trying to think what I want to do after this. See, there are resource instances. I wish those gave XP. They'd be pretty fun to go through and feel like I'd get more of a reward if they did give XP. Just the one in particular I'm thinking of is pretty fun to go through. But otherwise, I'm not sure if there are any like other daily things other than the ones I'm doing right now that I can really go through. Specifically to level up. Now I can do regular quests, that's no problem, but I'd have to find a place to quest first of all, which would be a little bit annoying and time consuming, but would probably actually overall be quicker than if I just try to keep running these. I can also run a skirmish or something like that, but I'm not sure I specifically want my XP to go that fast. As far as like general leveling progression goes. Because once I get level 56, I'm really fine from there. I just need to get where I can consistently hit level 60 mobs, and since I'm usually tanking with my group, that I can actually tank the mobs reliably. But after that, I should mostly level from doing instances. There are all those quests for the Moria instances too, which give a ton of XP. Well, there are a ton of quests and they give a ton of XP. So you can get a couple levels out of those alone. Actually, I can travel. I didn't know I had the 21st Sol Swift travel, so that makes this easier. So these guys over there that I'm going to go to now. Oh, did I never turn that in? I never turned that in. Wow. So just, yeah, continue, accept all these quests, and I guess we'll go and just get all these quests. I wasn't necessarily planning on that, but it's good to go ahead and get them and get that at least partially out of the way. But I do want to go back to Dolvenview. And from Dolvenview, I need to turn in that quest that I forgot to turn in. I think I forgot to turn one in. I thought I saw it before all these new quests popped up. Yeah. And then I will get just the relics from that. And at one point before we actually start the instances, I would like to go to Bree so I can get that VIP town service thing that daily. Because having a vendor, especially in these instances, in the Moria instances, is very nice. Okay, so let me look at the map to see the best way that would be to go there. Probably just traveling from 21st Hall directly to Orkwatch. Or I have the quest turn in at Zarmekim. That one wouldn't be bad, but either way I need to go to 21st Hall and head south. And Moria was... I hated this place the first time I went here. I was just thinking about the view when we were back at the Great Delving looking east there. That was a very tough time on... I went through it on my Runekeeper first. And this is like way back many years ago. And it was difficult for me, as in I was dying a lot from the mobs. But more so, it was annoying that I was dying a lot from falling. I fell so many times. I don't even know. I seem to not fall as frequently now, but I still... Why am I having trouble finding this? For some reason I thought you needed to go down a different hallway, but this is where I needed to go. I don't know why I think I need to go this way, but I'll go this way because that might mean the other way is wrong. Oh, I'm not. I don't think this is the way anymore. I can jump down, no problem, I hope. I think this character is actually an explorer. Yeah, I can get those. I have both Forester and Prospector I'm able to do here. Could just kill mobs and get a bar of XP. It might be a bit tough. There's the quest camp here. Maybe I could check that out. I'm about this level. I don't think I've really done this zone. I might have done it once. It's one of those that I feel like I need to revisit. Or are these the resource instances? I wouldn't mind checking those out. They probably don't give XP like the other ones. I don't know if that I'm too familiar with these ones. Wow, I have a ton of debuffs and for some reason my FPS is going down. I don't know why I was getting some weird lag there. Probably just a combination of OBS and streaming with OBS and all that. Oh, I guess I can't do the Iron Garrison. I can do... Oops, I thought one of these... I guess guards and miners, not garrison. But it's like the other one where you can only do one. Gladrum rep here. I did not know that. So you can trade your Iron Garrison resource tokens to the Lothorian leaves. I'm not too familiar with this one, so just run through it and pull everything I can find is my strategy right now. I don't know if this is one where the mobs go off of you if you run too far away. So I do want to hit them while moving, but just to go through it somewhat quickly. Doing chain pulls like this is pretty efficient. This would also be a nice time to actually have the red line set up. I don't think I'll get in any situation where I will actually be in danger of dying, but who knows. I usually try to find a way where I'm close to dying. Oh, I have a lot more gold than I thought. That's one thing in LOTRO. I used to feel like getting gold, especially just leveling and alt, was tough and they never would have any, but I'm not sure how because just generally playing the game now, and I think they increased the gold you get at low levels, but just generally playing the game, I seem to have no issues with gold, and I don't really have much to spend it on the server. Like if I was playing on... or even doing endgame content building LIs even on legendary servers. That stuff still like takes gold to buy the stuff, but I've never really felt the need to. If I wanted to like really gear up my ults and get their LIs and all that set up, the ones that are at the level cap I mean, or were at the level cap since Helm's Deep, I haven't gotten back to it. I would actually have more use for my gold, but otherwise just saving it now. It will come in handy when these servers get up to 100 plus, unless they make significant changes to the LIs where you don't really need crystals and scrolls and that type of stuff. The main thing I hope, so we can talk a bit about the legendary items, the main thing I hope they actually do is get rid of the need for weapon swapping. I believe that just should not be a thing to begin with. and I'm definitely not a fan of the mechanic of it. Hey, you Ness Zuki? Is this still worth playing in 2020? I do think LOTRO is worth playing, especially if you are a solo player. It's definitely worth playing. Even doing group content and that sort of thing, I think it is fun and worth playing. If you're interested more in the group content, a lot of that is focused on high levels, but probably try to go faster here. But you can find like a kinship or a group of levelers if you're interested in doing like group content and instances while leveling. And I kind of bring that up, I guess, because that's what I'm planning on doing today. Right now I'm just doing a little bit of leveling and exploring of Moria while I am waiting for our start time, which is in about half an hour. See, I need 2 more axes and just to kill 3 more of these mobs. And I always say this when somebody asks about like trying or playing LOTRO, but it's also at least worth trying because it is free to play. And right now is the best time to try it because they have all the content right now is unlocked for free. Usually it's gated behind spending money basically, or doing a whole bunch of grinding end game. But yeah, right now all that's free, and you can use a coupon code. I forget the exact letters or name of it. I think I scratched my mic. It's something I do a little bit now that it's right in front of me when I go to press on the keyboard. So you used to play back in the days. Any big changes to look forward to? Well, there are a bunch of big changes. I don't know when you stopped playing, but the legendary item system has changed somewhat significantly past level 100. So at level 100 you basically keep your LI until end game and keep it forever essentially. So even characters at level 130 are using their old level 100 LI, but you upgrade them as you go through the game and level up and all that. They've also added trait trees where they're more like talents, or how talents used to be in WoW way back in the day. Yeah, LOTRO free quest T. Nargav got the code. And I'd recommend, even if you're just somewhat interested in the game, just to make an account and download, install the game and use that code, just because if you do end up liking it, I think I need to find a way up another ramp, or just go around up here. I don't know where I jumped off to. Oh, this is the problems with Moria. Easy to get lost too and have trouble navigating, but yeah, even if you're just like somewhat barely interested in LOTRO or in MMOs in general, it's worth doing that just to have it. Always have it. It looks like there's a third tier. I did go up here because I got the Ilex branches. Not sure Ilex branches is the right name for them. It's more of like a bundle of wood already cut. What am I? I'm looking for a hand axe. Yeah, they even call it a pile of Ilex wood. There it is. I guess I just never went up here. Hey, Prodiginet Gaming, you said you played on this in 2013 on Darodwell? that server and you came back, but everything you invested in is gone. That's pretty strange. I would make sure you double check that you are on the same correct account. And yeah, as T Nargav said, they did do a server merge. And also at one point, I think this was before 2013, so you probably don't need to worry about this. I don't even remember what type of server Duero Delph was, but they switched from Codemasters. I should go back a little bit. They had EU and NA servers, and at one point the EU servers swapped from EU, like physically EU, to NA, and they basically had to remove everybody that didn't transfer their characters or something like that. So it was like from Codemasters to Turbine, but just if you used to play on an EU server like way back in the day, that is possible that your account is gone. But then, like T Nargav said, more likely is the servers merge, so Duero Delph is actually not a server now, but you can transfer your old characters from Duero Delph to the remaining servers for free forever. So you don't have to actually worry about them being lost, but you do have to do that step of transferring them within the launcher. Getting a bunch of the wood here. This is actually a good resource instance where there are resources inside the instance. I'm glad I stopped by because I don't think I've actually done this resource instance before. Let's see, broken legs, I think it's worth it. Sometimes you can run somewhat, like hit little things running, not running down, but jumping down vertically, and you won't actually break your legs during the fall. Okay, yeah, so when you launch LOTRO, you can launch the LOTRO launcher, if I can get my words straight. For some reason I can't go through that. I feel like there's a rendering issue with the rock, but I'm trying to find the way out of here. I think I need to get around these rock piles, and going this slow definitely doesn't help. Maybe not through there. Not there. Oh, there's the entrance. So when you go to the LOTRO launcher to get back at that, and you get to the server list, there should be a transfer button, and you can check that to see if your old characters are there. That would hopefully be the most likely case. Let's turn in these quests. I don't think they give XP again. Yeah, I was hoping they did, but didn't think they did. It's kind of unfortunate just because it'd be a nice way to quickly get XP. I wouldn't mind getting the rest of the bar real quick before we start this. I can't really get anything with my instant tokens. Not sure I'll do any more. Really? I could get 3 4,000 ones or 1 10,000 one? I think I'd get 3 4,000 ones. Could run through a skirmish real quick. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind. I need to actually see what instance specifically we are doing. If we're doing Grand Stair, I think I need to go to the Redhorn Loads camp. And if we're doing one of the other ones, I might need to go to the Anazarmecum or whatever it's called camp. So while I'm on auto run here, actually let me get out of bear form and get on my mount, then go on auto run. While I'm doing that, I'm going to look what instance we are doing. We are doing Forges of Khazad-dûm. I don't know which Forges of Khazad-dûm. That sounds like one in the Flaming Deeps. So we'll try Anazarmecum first. And one thing I need to do is clean out my quest log, which is pretty full. I have a random Foundations of Stone quest. I don't know how I got that, to be honest. I was in the middle of Silvertine loads, but probably won't go back there on this character. Zella Malek, I do want to keep that one. I do want to keep these Moria ones. Don't need my Misty Mountains quest. Make sure I'm not missing my turn. I think the first chance I get to turn left. This looks like it will take me where I need to go. Actually, I want to do these quests real quick, see if they give me enough XP to level, since they're just random quests I can do through traveling through here. See, collect spears, and defeat some like boss mob, it sounds like. Okay, make sure I only defeat one and then get that. But yeah, I need to, after I do this, abandon all my quests, because I will be getting like eventually 40 something quests, maybe only like 20 or 30 to start off. Might even be 50 something quests, I'm not sure. Is this the captain? No, I need to defeat Rollick. It's a named NPC, not just the captain. Not White Hand Ambassador either. Oh, that seems like a good mob to kill. Oh, the named NPC is like a little orc. After all these signatures, I expected him to be like an elite or something even. That's kind of funny. Oh, I do need to defeat ambassadors. I didn't even know that. I did not know I got 4 quests here. I'm not sure these will give me enough XP to level up. They're giving very little, to be honest. Which for all the quests they have and how quick they were completed, makes sense, but it's unfortunate when you just want a little bit of XP to top off and get that level up. Get this wooden chest even though my inventory is full. And my inventory being full wouldn't be an issue if I had that VIP daily town subscriber thing. Let's see, I need to look at the map to see. I think I keep starting to talk about this but never actually finish talking about it. So with Moria, the things I disliked besides falling was how hard it was to navigate. There would be many times on my Runekeeper when I would be going like one way trying to get somewhere and it turns out there's like a wall or something that blocks me from doing that, and I go like way back and where I started almost and go up like some steps or some path or something like that. Just things like that happen so many times that it really bothered me, and that's another reason I hated Moria so much. I remember I went out to Lothlorien. So my next character through was my warden after my Runekeeper. I went out to Lothlorien as quickly as possible, like even level 55, before I could really kill the mobs out there, but just to get out of Moria so I didn't have to do it. I think I stayed in Moria really as little as possible on my warden and did skirmishes and instances and all those good things to level up instead. And on my hunter, I think I pretty much completely avoided it, which of course now I know is a bad thing because you can get stuff for trait points and important things through doing at least certain things in Moria. And now I'm also not as bad with navigating through it and understand it a little better and how to work the maps and all that. But when I first started playing LOTRO, I was a big noob and kind of oblivious to things like that, so I did not have that fun of a time on Moria when I first went through it. And then I think on one character I eventually tried to do it again and didn't think it was as bad. And after that I did it one time before. They did a revamp, quite a while ago now, I don't even remember when, but I did it once before that. And then I think I did it again after, and almost in a way like the one before the revamp. I think I ended up just back where I was and trying to get around this area. I feel like you can go out that way, and it's probably the way you're supposed to go, but it seems like a shorter way, but I'm not so sure on that anymore. This is one of those navigation issues, but hopefully I can get through like where my mouse is. I don't know how easy it is for you all to see that. Somebody on maybe a stable master or just fast goat. Oh, as soon as I try to attack them, they run away. Here is another quest giver though. Here's a goat to the 21st hall. Would have been convenient to have a goat to go here, but then I would have missed all those fun things. Examine the purity of the water in the hull of flowing water. Okay. I guess this guy really didn't want to swim in the adjacent passage, so probably not these adjacent little waterfalls. Let's see, I have 20 minutes. 20 minutes is a long time, but 20 minutes to try and get these quests done and pick up the quests I need for the instance. It's not too big of a deal if I do miss the quest for the instance, but it would be nice to go ahead and have those just to get some progress on them. Oh, and I have to travel to Bree, which I can use my return home to Beorning. Would this be like an adjacent passage? Except I can't do it in bear form. The water is clean and cold. That's good, but I probably want it to be in bear form to protect from the cold. Could you imagine if Mountain Combat was actually in Moria? All these warg riders. Very fortunate those don't have the actual Mountain Combat properties that all those other warg riders have. Hi Bobby Bobic. I don't know if that's how you say the names, but which do I like more, WoW or LOTRO? So right now, I would say LOTRO. There are some things I like about WoW and have like better than LOTRO, and some reverse things. There are things, is that really all I need to do here? But there are some things I like more about LOTRO. But one thing with WoW that I don't like now is Battle for Azeroth. I tried that a little bit, but I feel like ever since kind of Warlords of Draenor, and especially Legion, that game has become a lot less fun. And LOTRO, I didn't really like Rohan or Gondor regions too much with LOTRO. Even Mordor wasn't my favorite as far as questing and things like that go. Oh, don't know if I want to explore all those places for this guy. Oh, they're all right next to each other though. These are like tempting quests to do, and I'm like 11,000 XP from leveling, but I feel like that'd take too much time to do these ones. So I think there are some auto bestow quests you can get, maybe here, maybe I'm misremembering and it's not actually there, it's somewhere else, but if there are, I will do those. If there aren't, then I don't know, I might just not get the last bit of this level, and probably will get in the middle of an instance, but it would just be nice to go ahead and be 56 for the start of this. Should have a few mobs here, and really killing mobs will give a decent amount of XP even if I can't find actual quests to do. But to get back to a little bit more of my thoughts on WoW versus LOTRO, is LOTRO got a lot more fun after Mordor. Even Northern Mirkwood and Dale, which I started off liking but didn't end up doing too much in, I thought that was better than a lot of the Gondor and Rohan type areas. Let's see, yeah, I thought there was Free the Door of Captives. Wow, I'm having FPS issues here. There's one thing I can try to do about that real quick. Don't have many other things open, but change the priority of LOTRO to higher in the control panel. Task manager, and didn't really seem to do too much though. Oh, maybe it did. Hi Rohan B, and do I read Tolkien? I do not really do that, no. Which is odd because I know a lot of people play LOTRO because of that, but I am one who started it because my friends played it, and it was an MMORPG, which I also played those. And even if I don't read it, I find the world interesting, at least in game format. I do enjoy it. It's actually been a long time since I've even watched the Lord of the Rings movies. But as far as the actual game goes, like, if there wasn't anything else to go with it, movies or books or anything like that, I would still enjoy it and enjoy the story as like a standalone thing. Okay, 4,000 XP to go. Well, actually, that was one of those exploring things, maybe. I'm pretty sure I can go this way. I should get on my mount, though. Wonder what my shadow settings are at. They're pretty low. Could go to actually low. I don't notice much difference. Yeah, I'm just, ooh, a rare elite. That's always fun. These things probably used to be so tough. Now they're just like, I feel like elites are more like signatures from back in the day, and elite masters are more like elites. My guardian actually had trouble, a little bit of trouble to start with elite masters, so this was in Limelight Gorge. I was trying to sell the elite masters there, and that was pretty tough. I kind of like the challenge though. I'm gonna try to jump down, strategically jump down rather. I see all these things, I know they start a quest, so I might try to do that as well. I have 15 minutes. That's what I was saying, I think it was just 5 minutes ago that I had 20 minutes, and that's a long time, and feels like it's been 10 or 15 minutes. Ooh, I thought I would just slide down from this, not actually land on it. Okay, so now I shouldn't, 45 seconds. That's unfortunate, but I can at least start this quest, and I think I just have to destroy a few of these things. Yeah, 6 of them. Or not destroy, arm them, rather. Yeah, my inventory overflow's getting bad. It would be real nice if that daily VIP thing to get the remote vendor would just be like a daily quest that pops up, but at the same time it feels like too much already. That you can just do like all these town services anywhere. That's one of the more crazy, like good things for VIP, but just one of the more crazy things they've added as far as that goes. I know a lot of, I guess, free-to-play players were getting all these benefits, and VIPs probably felt left out during this time. So they did something to make up for it. Kind of at the same time, I know a lot of people are having issues with the servers. I fortunately, during the, I guess, past 2 major server issue timeframes, one that's going on right now, and the one where Arkenstone or something was down for like 9 days essentially. Something like that, I don't remember the exact number. And they gave like a 5 or 4 day extension for VIP time. That one, I wasn't really playing LOTRO at the time, so it's just kind of fortunate. And whenever I have actually tried to play LOTRO or wanted to play LOTRO, the servers have worked pretty much fine. There was like one evening where I was trying to play and had issue. I'm already halfway to Orc Watch, but I think I need to go to Anna's or Meckham. I don't know, the Flaming Deeps just sounds more correct for Forges of Khazad-dûm, but again, I don't know for sure which zone, which instance is in. I just know Grand Stair is Orc Watch. But there's a camp. I know one of the instances is like down in this area. I think where this camp is, somewhere along there. I just don't remember which instance that is. Oh, and Farmer's Fair, that gives XP. Except my inventory's full. We'll get that taken care of in a minute once I actually get a little bit where I need to go. Oh, there's also the summer festival. I could have done something with that for XP if I really wanted to, but this is good because I get to explore Moria some on this character and just kind of go through this general area. I think it's a neat place to go to, even if it can be troubling to navigate it sometimes. That's why, like, I could have just popped open a skirmish if I really want to level up, but this was more of an adventurous way, I guess, of leveling up. But the good news is I will be able to hit level 60 mobs even if I don't get the quests in time. That looked like somebody I know. At least the outfit looked familiar. Yeah. If I can... That's the only thing, typing on my keyboard with my microphone right in front of me means my keyboard's right behind the microphone, and it's like one that stands on the desk still. Eventually I'd like to get it upgraded somehow where it's not, like it could still be in front of me but not basically blocking my keyboard, but it's probably a bit loud for you all, especially like the vibrations more from hitting the keyboard. Even when I move maybe my mouse and stuff, you can probably hear that a bit loud, but I think I've heard the audio quality is better than it used to be. I'm looking for a vendor, there we go. I can just sell everything I don't need. Too much of a hoarder in LOTRO, especially of like crafting items that I never use. I should just give them away to people that need them. Okay, so here's a bunch of quests. Let's hope that I have quests for... Don't think we're doing Filgashan. That might be the one that's here. Forges of Khazad-dûm. I just saw one for that, so that is good. I think Orc-Watch is only the Grand Stair, but I'm not entirely sure. Since we have a few minutes, I might go there just to go there and look. Oh, we could also look at the heavy armor trader. Love looking at armor in LOTRO. I guess I'm too low level for all these, is why they're red. I was trying to look for the Beorning one, but there's Captain. Bunch of Captain, Champion. Guardian? Did they? Maybe the Beorning one's only at the Beorning trainer and they didn't upgrade or update these traders. These are just regular quests in the zone. Probably not going to do those. This you might be able to progress. I don't think you can get progress on that in instances actually. But let's see if the Forge Master, if I can upgrade and finish this, because that pop-up is annoying. Normally pop-ups like the little notifications at the bottom right here also annoy me, but there's like so little and out of the way that I normally just don't notice them enough for it to actually bother me, but we can go ahead and clear it. Okay, nothing to reforge. I thought I would have leveled something, but I guess I did not. Did I get any of the... Trying to find... There, the IQ without actually pressing shift. So it's level 28, it's getting close to 30. Okay, sort. I have a couple more. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to set my map home here first of all, because I want to be able to quickly get here easily. I want to look at all the maps I have, seeing a bunch of people from my kin. I guess they're getting ready for some sort of instance. Probably the same one I'm going to, because I have so many of these like different random maps. Party Tree, Bree Anniversary. We'll use that one just so I can go to Bree, because that's where I want to go, and this should take me close to the Boar Fountain, which is where you can get the VIP services thing. Wow, it's nice being able to see the sun and the green fields. Moria is so like gray and blue tone that before I even notice the sky or sun, I just notice it's very green. And there's nature around. Oh, ran too far. Oh, there are a bunch of people here. Oh, maybe that's what there normally is. I thought there was one more trader than usual. Talked about this in another stream, but I really wish they would get rid of Myrtle Mint and bring back the one that's not like one of the rotating ones. Because that one has the training dummy, which I want to get for our kin house. Just because it'd be nice to have. Okay, use the jug and there we go. I don't know how loud it is when I scratch the mic, but I've done it like twice this stream already. Somebody else. It's nice that I can recognize people just from their outfit or their looks in the game in general. Looks like I have a couple of locked jewelry pieces. This one is significantly... Well, I was thinking significantly better than mine. I still think it is significantly better than mine, but the other one does have more agility, but that does not nearly make up for the huge benefit I get from Hinglotch here. And then I also had, for level 56, this bracelet, which isn't particularly great. I don't think I would use it. I would use it for tanking over Tracker's Bracer, but I like my damage too much. I like the physical mastery from that. Okay, since I've waved at everybody, I gotta actually wave at everybody as I see them. That totally distracted me from what I was looking at. Oh, my armor jewelry. So, is it better than Tracker's Bracer? For tanking, it probably is a little bit better. I would lose morale, and I'm really just not feeling like Rill's that good, so I won't actually use that. Go ahead and unlock it. And the other one, I have shoulder somewhere there. These are, I would say, I lose morale, but I gain a little bit of mastery. I actually don't think I will use those shoulders, so can unlock those and sell them as well. And what I really need to do is put a bunch of stuff. Guess I can unlock those party tree things. The maps. I think only one of them was to the party tree, but hold up, I'll find it eventually. The subscriber town services, which I usually like to have there. The potions. That's better. I don't know why my bars weren't like that in the first place anyway, but there we go. My regular vault, not my shared storage. Oh, I need to add space. And I didn't. Oh, these are probably... So I probably opened like those 4 keys you get, 4 of the boxes. And probably just storing those so I can deconstruct them when I need the things from them. I'll even get that. Now I have plenty of space. I can store, maybe in chest 2, I can store all my honey cakes. My goal is to get to 1,000 of these. Actually, I don't really have a specific goal of that, but that just seems like a good number to work towards. I'm not even near 500. I'm maybe 313, it looks like. Drum, I need somebody to train me in drums for that. And then I have all these little virtue XP things. I just save these because when they have like sometimes weekends where you get plus 20% virtue XP, if you have the space to store them, they're very much so worth saving for that. Because just for example, if I had like 1,000 virtue between all these combined just from saving them up from that, it would be like 200 extra virtue XP. Which is pretty significant, I think, and especially when you count all like the little things, trying to get your virtue XP up. That's really worth it. I'm actually almost done with honor. Oh, I'm working on fidelity now. I need my tactical mitigation up. Is what it looks like. Pretty much on at least these servers on leveling characters, and this guy specifically being a tank, I think tactical mitigation, raw morale, not vitality at this point at least, is really worth getting. And then wit is also good because finesse can be hard to come by at the lower to medium levels. Okay, so I am ready to do the instance, which should be starting up in a minute now. I haven't even seen everybody who's come on. I haven't said hi to anybody actually in the kin since logging on. But yeah, my inventory is a lot cleaner. It's still a little bit messy, but anything I can get in the instances I can sell. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to make a new cosmetic outfit because I have all these. And I think it could look, it almost to me is a good Moria set, which is odd because it's definitely not meant for Moria, but I feel like it has a good look for Moria, even though it's for Helm's Deep. I think it's Hornburg Defender is what it's called, yeah. So it's like with Helm's Deep and the epic battles, but it just looks like it really fits Moria to me. Not really the horses. I wasn't really paying attention to the horses on the shoulder, even though that's pretty neat. If they were goats, maybe, but it just has the colors and looks of a Moria type thing to me. So I'll try that just to have something different on this character, even though I normally like something more medium armor looking. For a Beorning, I don't think it makes much sense for them to be using heavy armor. In fact, something like this I think would be the actual look of a Beorning, the type of armor they would use. Oh, I should probably join Discord, and I have to mention this every time I do that just so people know. I can hear the Discord audio. Oh, I accidentally turned my headphones off. I can hear the Discord audio, but you all won't be able to. I have the game audio playing through like my little tiny computer speaker. So you all hear that audio, and I can hear it a little bit through the headphones, but not really that much. And I trying to get my headset back on, but oh, I think it went into pairing mode. Okay, I have to see if that's actually connected. I was holding the power button way too long, I think, trying to get it up. But yeah, I'll talk like through the Discord, and you all probably won't notice anything when I'm actually doing that, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know a better way to work it, but that's just so anybody unfamiliar with how that works, how it actually does work. As I had this all set up, and then for some reason I decided to turn my headphones off when I actually got ready, and now I sound a lot different through my headphones, even though I'm like, I think I'm talking the same. But I'm going to join the Discord, so should have it. Yeah, it looks like I have it on push to talk, which is normal. So yeah, I still have OBS, can still read the chat, and don't really have Streamlabs up where it's easy to see, but I can switch to that tab. So we're all set up as far as I am concerned with that. Looks like our levels are higher. Last time I think we ran this with a couple like 53, 54 if I remember correctly, and I was one of those. So it was pretty tough. I don't think we actually ran the one we're doing today, Flaming Deeps. That's not the name of it, but whatever it's called. Don't remember the name of it, and I can't look. I don't think it's one I can open yet. It's one of the level 58 ones. But yeah, we're higher level, so it should run pretty smoothly, I think, as far as that goes. Oh, Forges of Khazad-dûm. Sounds like we might do that in Grand Stair. Grand Stair is always a fun one. I just don't quite have the quest for that one yet, which I could try to get real quick. We usually take a few minutes, like 7 o'clock, so when we start organizing, and then take a few minutes to actually get running something. Ooh, looks like we are doing Grand Stair. Which means I probably don't have time to travel to Orc Watch.
In elder days, this place once served as a grand portal to many levels and halls within Moria.
I feel like that audio is a lot louder than usual. No, it's still all set up right here.
Maz, he who rules the orcs of Moria, exacts his tribute here through his minion, Eagle.
I haven't gotten. So they're sharing quests, it sounds like. Yeah. So I gotta try to... I forgot I had to cancel all these quests. I was supposed to be doing that while traveling, so we'll go ahead and do that real quick. I was going through troll shots on this character. I was like doing the whole thing, but then I out-leveled it and started running instances. I caught up with this group. So no, I don't have to go to Orc Watch. I can go to Orc Watch to turn all these quests in, but one of them is being very nice and sharing all these plenty of quests. There's, I don't remember how many for Grand Stair specifically, maybe 20-ish. There's a ton of them. So yeah, we're getting a whole bunch of quests, and this is how I'm going to get level 60 basically. If Annie's not tanking, I will. Okay, so we're just adding healers and tanks. Oh, I forgot I have this, I have one of these essence pieces. I was talking about these earlier about... Oh, a bunch more quests. But yeah, I could have actually gone to this to show the updated version of them. So they only have one essence slot now, and the actual stats on them are a lot worse than they used to be. I forgot I used to be nosy and look at everybody's gear when we were doing Rift, and I just like seeing what people have. Looks like they have the level 50 Hunter set from Rift, maybe? I'm not entirely sure where that set is, but it looks better than what I would have thought. I think the Runekeeper is wondering about speccing. So yeah, we're just getting set up here a little bit. Oh, I already used that, didn't I? I was going to look at the town services thing if I can find it. I was just going to say, after you do finish the blue line that going into the yellow line would probably be most useful. The yellow line. You can get like the lightning runestones useful even as a healer. You can just pop down to get the stun. I think it has like fate and stuff that's generally useful. For Beorning, that made me think about looking at this. So it looks like I'm going mainly DPS from here. If I was going for like a pure tanking build, I'd probably go into yellow instead of red, but to boost my damage and maybe get like some bleed things. Oh, with biting edge and slash, boosting my damage in red line would be good, but I'll have to consider that with this character. Like as we get to the end of Moria, is it really worth the increased crit chance, or I could get fate, which I don't think would be that great. But maybe by time I could get like takedown and a couple useful things, even shake free, and the increased heart and heal, maybe by then it would be worth going to the yellow line for the defensive boost. But then if we're like doing fine defenses wise, might as well get more damage. I did all that talking about how we're doing the Fortress of Khazad-dûm, and here we are doing Grand Stair first, which is okay. I think this other Beorning plays in the blue line, which is okay. But I just have to use my Force Taunt sometimes too. Or maybe he just does crazy damage. Yeah, the Runekeeper one does like 1 every 2 seconds or something. Okay, I think I'm finally getting the idea of the way to go in this instance. Grand Stair always confused me. I've run it so many times now and I just not that great at knowing where to go. I always forget about these stealth guys, actually I remembered. Going down the steps here. But I remembered going down the steps about these stealth guys. That's like one of the earliest I remembered about it. We still have an archer back here? This is a pretty messy pool. I know this part is usually a little bit messy in the instance. Yeah, he is pretty annoying. It's pretty hot up here actually. Yep. In the eastern part of it. So they're talking about my move, and I moved up north, but it's actually warmer. Yeah, the only one I know of is Fargo. Okay, so I think we're doing the challenge thing where you go this way and skip that boss but come back to it. So this pull we have had trouble with before, so I'm going to actually prepare for it a little bit. Oh, Maul's off cooldown, or on cooldown. I wish it would show that thing's been bugged basically since its existence. And these mobs, they're annoying like Mount of Combat mobs actually. They just like run away so fast and do their range attacks and inductions. Pretty similar to Mount of Combat mobs, but not like quite exactly like them. My Moria. Yeah, that went pretty smoothly. Oh, there's one of those stealth guys. Yeah. So they're talking about West Rohan, and I'm surprisingly excited to run through that quest-wise. For some reason, going through it, when I did that on my Warden, not last night, last stream, rather. Oh, it looks like we did get everybody. Eventually I was going to pull everybody. I have this do not fall buff on me. Gotta make use out of it. Yeah, I'm surprisingly excited to try that again. I just know, oh yeah, I just know I disliked it so much the first time through. Oh, stun. These bosses, some of them do a little bit, but it seems like there's not too much difficulty with the bosses. But perhaps they used to be more difficult, or maybe I just thought these Moria instances were always, like, back in the day, pretty difficult. But of course I didn't run them when they were released, but at the same time there are some things that sometimes we still do have trouble with, and I know, like, characters in general are a lot stronger. Roll past Brawler's Trousers. Those are medium armor. But they are an upgrade in damage at least, and an upgrade in morale, and not too much of a downgrade in armor, but I will pass them. We probably have the Hunter, maybe the other Beorning DPS one. Okay, it looks like we are going up, and hopefully we come back down for that other boss. Oops, thought I switched to bear form. I was trying to use a bear form skill and it stayed in main form. I think Moria instances are some of the more fun instances in the game. I'm excited to eventually try the Minas Morgul ones, though. I've heard... Oh, I forgot to loot these. I forgot to loot these chests, so it'll be a minute. You know what's even better is looting them in bear form. That's one of my favorite things to do. We get the medallion of Moria from looting those, so it's necessary for everybody to loot them. But yeah, Minas Morgul instances, I haven't actually seen what they look like even. But I'm excited to run through them because I've heard they're good. And just because there are like so many of them. Yeah, there are so many quests here, so it sounds like we're doing a full... Do we need to go back down for that one boss then? Okay. Yeah, so there's that boss we passed up that we need to get the warg. Except I'm hitting him with AoE, so he's not. The burglar was trying to miss the troll there, which I totally ruined. It was kind of unintentionally because I was in the middle of casting Relentless. Hunter stray arrows. Those are pretty common. Oh, I need to get redirect up since can't harm target. Okay. I guess it thought I was trying to harm the hunter when I targeted her with redirect. Oh, and now we're going after these. This is just more fun to me. I don't mind it if the DPS don't mind taking the brief amount of damage. Looks like they don't have that group under that good of control. Like, I'm always in instances a type of player that likes to pull a bunch at once, but I know it can be dangerous and frustrating for other people. So I try not to. But I'm also a type of player that thinks if you aren't dying, you aren't really trying hard enough. But at the same time, it is frustrating to like wipe and have to run back and feel like you lose a bunch of your progress. So like a lot of things, it's really just about balancing that for me. Because right now, just killing like one single group of mobs isn't that tough for us. Just had a little bit more challenge. We can try to do a few more groups at once, or a couple more groups at once to start off. Oh, something weird happened with the camera once I... Oh, there's a group back there. Did I totally miss a group back there? Oops. While I was talking about that, I had no idea there was a group back here. Okay, so I can... Oh, I already had aggro on that one I was going to taunt. Yeah, you have the Our Fates Entwined runestone, the cooldown one, and then the regular healing one, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Yep. That's the goal of a Runekeeper. getting all the runestones there. Since you have... I'm gonna taunt the boss. Okay, this boss might do a reflect or something, or just like AoE fire that I gotta drag him out of, but... Oh, he does funerals. That ain't good. I wonder if those need to be destroyed or do something even good for us. Probably destroyed, but... I feel like they could damage the boss. Kinda like that Thrang boss fight. I think it's Thrang from the Rift. And it's in the summer festival now. Vault from the... Wow, we had a bunch of different colors we went there. What's that called? Like Thrang from the Vault for the summer festival? Boss from the Vaults. Yeah, Thrang. That probably has like all the funerals and all that sort of things too. Oh, I remember to loot the chest before I leave here. Past the symbol. These shoulders sounded familiar just by the name of it. They would be an upgrade for tanking, so I think I will roll on them and try to remember I have them. I'll go ahead and lock them. Yeah, you can outfit your new Rohan houses just through these instances. So I think we'll go down and do the trolls here. And then we can go back and get the warg boss, I believe. Because normally I think it's the trolls, then you can go to the last boss. Oh, the Rohan houses. So I looked at the price of those. And that's a little too much for me to invest into it. Like, if you really like houses, I can see people getting those. I know a lot of people in my kin are getting those, but for me, I don't spend too much time or too much, like, really effort building my houses that I feel it's worth 400 something mithril coins or whatever the approximate equivalent is in housing writs. So the kin neighborhood and Rohan, they have a kin neighborhood and they have 9 houses and then like one random person, I think, in the neighborhood. And we're trying to get like the full kin neighborhood. I don't plan to move in. But they're also, because so many people are interested, trying to get another one. Oh, that's a lot of corruptions. Corruptions aren't really too much of a thing anymore. But there are just so many of them in Moria, and I think even Mirkwood corruptions were a pretty big thing. Okay, I think I'll try to get both these groups. Oh, stun. There we go. Make sure I have aggro on everybody. I just used a force taunt, and that one is... Oh, he's still off me, but he's running away. Probably to stun the Runekeeper or something. This is such a messy fight with all these trolls just throwing things. I feel like there's a lot of concentrating I'm doing on the gameplay, but we're handling this completely fine. Sorry about that. That is a weird shirt. Shining shirt, it doesn't look like it's shining. Doesn't have good stats though. I think we're ready. So I think if somebody can play the drums, you can actually play these and do that. I have drums, but I don't know how to play them. I don't even know what I said. I have no idea what I just said. Somebody can play the drums and put the beast to sleep, so when he wakes up like here, somebody can play the drums and he'll go back to sleep so you don't have to fight him. I don't know if that's what I originally said, but for some reason I don't think it was. It's like we're back in the rift. There's a boss in the rift that does a pretty similar thing. Make sure I have aggro with that taunt. Now I'm getting another force taunt with Relentless. Didn't really need to use the Vigilant Roar version. Just make sure I'm up there on the aggro. Oh, he's doing that. He does very little damage compared to the guy in the rift though. The one in the rift would probably still like squish me in just a few hits. Not quite used to the increased cooldown on Biting Edge. It recently went under, I think, a 5-second increased cooldown if you have the trait to make it Force Taunt, which I do use now. I used to not use it, but I found the Force Taunt to be more valuable than the reduced cooldown. Not necessarily reduced cooldown, but regular cooldown, the non-increased version. Need to reposition my legs here. It's one thing with streaming, I always dealt with having to reposition my legs. Oh no, somebody died. I don't even know how. I wasn't paying attention. Ground and pound, maybe? Wavy silver necklace. Like the out of combat run speed, but I just don't think it's that useful. So we need to go back to the org boss, I think. I'm not sure if there's any reason to gain Iron Garrison Miner's reputation. Just seeing all my reputation items. I finished Iron Garrison Guards, I think. Oh no, I haven't. So I need to turn these into Iron Garrison Guards. I think I started looking down the wrong part. I'll let people catch up to me, but I will go ahead and actually use all these. I thought I already maxed out Iron Garrison Guards. Maybe I got like Revered. I don't think it's called Revered in LOTRO. Maybe it is. Acquaintance. Ally. And then Kindred, I think, is the next one, but that's the one I'm interested in, I think. But getting that, you can trade these in for like Iron Garrison Guard versions. Everybody made it. That's why I didn't want to go too far. This place is, it's kind of like Great Barrow, very easy to go the wrong way and reach a dead end, except here a dead end is basically a straight fall. Oh, see, auto run is also a very bad idea here if you can't turn quick enough. So we need to go to the left pin here. Get all these guys, round them up, use my force taunt, and maul them. That's pretty much how I do things on the Beorning. Fortunately, we have good healers in the kin, so I don't even have to worry about using my cooldowns too much. That's one thing, I feel like I use my defensive cooldowns so like infrequently that I'm a little bit slow about actually getting ready to use them. Try to get yellow real quick. Those things don't really do much of the fellowship maneuvers. Maybe if you do the fancy ones sometimes. Oops. I was a little bit slow about taunting the boss there. Running low on the wrath, but you can get it super quickly. Seems like the poisons are pretty bad here. Mine, somebody removed the one I just got. It looks like they're doing a lot of damage, and maybe even it looked like a couple that could stun. Yeah, the red one's stun there. Usually they have a little timer if they stun or do something like that, but I think because they also do damage. This one with the little down arrow I have just reduces my poison resistance rating, which makes me more susceptible to the other ones. I think I got my, oh yeah, I'm burning Fidelity, not Honor. It's like I thought I got a Virtue level up, but wouldn't Honor be up? But that's not the one, it's just the one that like pops up straight to me. Dwarf make figurine, that is going to pass on that one, don't want it. Okay, now we can go back to where we were. I think we're going straight up the middle, right? Forgot to loot the chest again. I need to. So a lot of the crafting things I have in my inventory, I've talked about this a little bit, but I don't really use those. So I used to like to keep up with my crafting. I still like the idea of keeping up with my crafting, but I just don't. It's let's wait for everybody, but yeah, I'm just not that good about keeping up with my crafting, especially recently. Like, sometimes I'll get in a little spurts where I'll want to craft quite a bit, but I don't know, lately I haven't. I feel like I hoard all my crafting materials too much, so I just end up, all my characters have, my inventory is full of them. And at the very least, I could sell them on the auction hall, but I feel like I don't even need to do that. I could just give them away or trade them to my kin mates maybe, or like trade of gear basically. If I give a bunch of these useless scholar mets, maybe they'll make me some useful gear or scholar. Not even Scholar specifically, but that's just what I was thinking because I have 224 of the Worn Elf carvings. Those are Master tier, and then the Supreme tier I even have 107. I know you need to go through a bunch of those. I just need to do something about the crafting materials, because I feel like they're just cluttering up my inventory too much, and especially like the scroll cases and like the cooking and farming stuff. I never used any of that stuff, but even like the jewelry, my jeweler could use it to AFK level them basically. I mean, that's true about pretty much all of them, but I don't know, maybe I'm just very lazy about switching. Or not switching, but sending them to alts. Like, I've probably lost so many things sending them to my bank alt like 2 or 3 months ago. I just never felt like checking my bank alt to actually get all the stuff I sent. And that does include like crafting mats, even some more rare things probably. So this guy you usually, I think, kill maybe on his own, like in the challenge mode or something like that, but he comes up in the middle of the boss fight or at the beginning? I don't remember. The last boss fight, which is kind of what we were on. No, I think maybe a couple of these guys count towards one of the quests. You have to run the Enforcer's quest. I think you have to run this twice to get that complete, but maybe going this way you can get all of them, or at least more than half of them. I think usually I end up getting 4, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it looks like that's all there is. So you'd have to run this twice anyway for those. But yeah, this is totally different topic, but the type of content I just like in LOTRO so much. One of the reasons I find the game so fun is like lower level instances like this, and that's not to say that high level stuff is boring, but I just feel like the lower level instances in the Moria ones, somewhat specifically, are just very enjoyable. I also find that with the Ingmar ones and some of the scaling ones. Scaling ones I feel like are a bit less special because they can scale to whatever level your group is. Oh, here are the 2 other enforcers, so we don't need to run this twice. I think we essentially got the 2 extra ones going down there. Looks like everybody's here. Got a nice big fat force taunt there, and pretty much have control of all the mobs then. The debuff wasn't good, I think I was just taking a lot of damage from the mobs in general. Oh yeah, so last time we ran this, and again we had a lot more lower level characters, including myself, but he would one-shot some mobs. I need to get my defenses up here, just in case he does an AoE or something on me. He did a ton of damage to me. I think they're talking about the break in your armor. I don't know if that is when he damaged me, but he did a ton of damage to me, and it was around then. Yep. Yeah, that's the one that I think pretty much one-shot them. So our healer is down, which I have some self-heals, but Oh, he's doing the break in your armor. Yeah, so he had that debuff, but got rid of it. So maybe that wasn't, I was just taking a lot of damage. Could have been what was happening. Whew. I wonder if that AoE, if there's something more than being far away. Looks like I gotta try to solo the rest of this. Gotta go ahead and use that. Use a cooldown there. And then I should have Composure, Hearten, whatever it's called. Oh, and here's the AoE. Armor break. Now I get to res everybody. That was pretty fun. Yeah, that I'm kind of curious on the mechanic though for that AoE. I wonder, is that AoE one you have to be close to him on? For some reason I thought I remember something like that, but I could be totally wrong on it. So he did that AoE, and for some reason I kind of feel like you might have had to be close to it, but I'm not entirely sure. Or stacking, maybe it's like distributed. Ooh, small starlet. That's always nice. I shouldn't even roll on the Custal tablets. I don't need them that much. They'll just end up in my inventory. So did I loot the chest? I don't even remember. But yeah, gotta get the quest item from him and make sure I actually do loot this. Yeah, I did not. I was just rolling. Okay, going to go ahead and run it up here. Okay, so I am looking for... That's why I put it on F2, because I have no idea where this thing is in my inventory. Can lock all the stuff I want to keep. We might have actually gotten all the quests done. I think. Unless I didn't get all the quests shared, I think we actually completed all of them. So we're doing an 8-minute break. I think I am going to take a short AFK. That's always weird with streaming because then there's nothing going on for a minute. But maybe I will... I have so many Mithril coins and that's so close. I hate to do that. It's like 2 minutes of walking, so I'll just walk there. I can't spend a Mithril coin. I'm not as lazy as I want to be. I think there might be... Okay, this staircase actually spirals back a little bit. I was like, I thought you had to go around here and connect through that, but looks like the staircase does do that. But after that, I need to refill my cup of water and use the restroom. So I'll go ahead and get to Orc Watch then and do a quick AFK. If I get to Orc Watch and these goblins don't stop me. Yeah, I'm liking this outfit, but I do wish you could dye it, but I like actually the dye seems pretty good for Moria. talked about that earlier. It still seems odd to me that I'd even think that, but that's just what I feel like with it. But I don't like that it's heavy armor. I just don't feel like it's a good Beorning outfit. Maybe Guardian it could work on. Maybe Champion, but I'm not sure. That doesn't seem too much like a Champion outfit to me either. Guardian might be the only class I really like it on. Maybe thinking of a light armor one that could potentially go on. Yeah, this ride here is just super short. Not worth the Mithril coin. Usually I do Mithril coins if it's like a swift travel, say to like Rivendell, and I haven't been there. That's a pretty long ride if you were going from Bree or even Lonelands or whatever. And you had never been there, but one this short, it's not worth it to me. And that's how I pretty much never use my Mithril coins. I've tried to get better about actually spending them when I have them, but in the same way with LOTRO points, I don't really like spending those, so I basically stockpile them until there's a really good sale. Okay, so I am going to be right back and then we can turn in the quest. I will do some sort of dance so there's something going on at least. Let's try dance 3. Oh, that's a pretty bad one, but be right back. Okay, I am back. I always hate doing that in the middle of streams, but sometimes it's necessary. So we can turn in these quests. It's just, there's really not much to it. There's a little story with every one of them, which is pretty crazy because there just are so many. And you have a bunch of quests to complete quests. It's like, help this guy do these 3 things in the instance and help him do 3 other things, and there's 2 extra quests. It looks like I might not have gotten all the quests, which is okay. We're running like the challenge mode at least again. And we'll probably run this instance just in general quite a few more times. Looks like there's a lot going on in fellowship chat. So I don't know why every time I like click, it seems to want to drag the screen a little bit. Like, there we go. I don't know, maybe I'm moving my mouse a little bit, but it just keeps doing that like little skippity thing with the camera. Wow, can't even click them. I know you can press U to do that, but being lazy again. Usually I actually consider U to be less lazy if you press that to like interact with things, but do I want Orc Watch? I guess it doesn't really matter which one I have my milestone. I could have keep it at Anazar Mecum like it is and It's just a really quick travel by the stable master. What I do want to do is go to the Iron Garrison. I want the Iron Garrison Guard's reputation, so I'll do that. Put my headphones back on. So I need to find everything that's iron. I wonder if I can search. Yeah, I can't do Iron Garrison Guards, but I can just use everything and see if that gets me to Kindred. I had one of the purple ones. Here they are. These are worth a lot. It wasn't quite enough. Let's see. Reputation. I am very close. Wow, just 1,000 away, so I don't need to trade for much here, but I can just go to him, barter items, and 700, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I am kindred with them, which means I can barter. You know, I actually don't think Beornings get this after all that work. It doesn't really matter, but all the other classes you need to get these things too. Yeah, I don't see one for Beorning. That's unfortunate because I forgot about that, but it doesn't matter. I got 20 LOTRO points out of it. I'm thinking about using the other ones just to get the LOTRO points because they're so easy to get. If you come through and like run these on higher level characters like my Warden, Runekeeper, Guardian even, just run these, get so many of the rep items. This pocket item is worth considering. Lose some crit rating. The tactical mitigation isn't good on the one I have. The fate, I don't know. Fate for a Beorning, it does give crit rating, does give tactical mitigation, so the fate's not too bad. It does give some other minor things. Oh, where'd it go again? Oh, I need to open this. So we're not ready to enter that, by the way. Oh, that looked like a pocket item or ring or something. I thought it was a jewelry piece. I went to the wrong one. Here's the shop. That's what I was trying to get back to. So this pocket item, resistance rating just isn't that great, so I don't think I will get that. Oh, that's a lot of physical mitigation if I need that now. Let's see, yeah, there's Guardian's Trinket and Guard's Charm. So the Charm is worth considering if I need physical mitigation. Otherwise, it's kind of meh. Oops. Physical mitigation I am capped on, so doesn't really matter too much on that. So I think I'll just ignore those jewelry pieces. I will look. Can't do the heavy armor trader. They don't have the Beorning stuff, but I would be too low level anyway. But something else to look at is what the Iron Garrison Miners has. Oh, they have the goat. So that's used to be the thing. So I have the Journeyman riding, which upgrades any mount to 78% speed. Account wide, which is like one of the nicest things I've ever spent my LOTRO points on. Anybody who has leftover points, it's one of the first things I recommend, but yeah, this is not much here because I don't need that goat. So yeah, really no reason to use these besides like just gaining the reputation and getting the LOTRO points involved with that, but I don't know what else I'd ever use them for, so might as well go ahead and use them a little bit completionist style. And you do get a little bit of LOTRO points. Oh, and I got travel discount with Iron Garrison Miners. Get all these are worth like 3,000 each stack, so it's not even, it's like hardly any compared to that first amount. I clicked 21,000 just from the purple ones. Pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm getting a few LOTRO points. I think maybe 5 and 10. I didn't see the exact number. 15 LOTRO points, okay. And 10, so I got 25 LOTRO points from that, so I guess it's a little bit I got. Even like my other characters, I know I have a whole bunch of Forestial rep items. Just scratch the microphone again. But yeah, just like keep those and never use them. The ones that are very useful are the Bree ones you can get from Barrow Downs, because then any like non-human character can get the Bree port, which is very, very nice. I think even the Beorning might be able to. But it's just really nice to be able to port to Bree. With Beorning, you can return to Grimbeorn's Lodge and it'll take you there. I think I have that camera thing where it turns. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much set up ready for the next instance. Can look at my messy shared storage just to see what's in here. Some Matham Hunter's armor. I'm just kind of curious what that looks like. I know it's very bad at like the lower levels. Looks like it's not too great. It's item level 52 even though I'm level 56. Not that great. Whole bunch of enhanced XP supplies just from different things. I just put them in my shared storage now. If I really want to level a character, I have those. Slayer Deed accelerators, those are very useful. Those I think you get from like the little boxes opening up when you start the game. And throughout the years, I think even like this one, like they've done the coupon code for the server downtime, maybe even something else, I don't know, but something, one of those had these, I think. Whole bunch of attack damage ones. Universal solvents will become useful later and worth quite a bit. Of course, on the regular servers, they're already like worth quite a bit. Oh, and here's some, I'll go ahead and just take all the Moria stuff out on this character. Might as well get some use out of them, not just let them sit in my shared storage. If I didn't even look at that, they probably would have sat there for another year. I don't even know. Reputation. I'm pretty close to Kindred. Should get Kindred soon. Yeah, I have so much stuff that I keep in my shared storage and the crafting stuff I've talked about, but just so much kind of, I don't want to quite call it junk, but just stuff that takes up space and is annoying, starting to annoy me to try to deal with. So I think we're just waiting on the instance. I'm not entirely sure what I can quite do. Maybe I can go back to Inazarmicum. I feel like now that I've gone to Orc Watch, I've pretty much done everything like specifically I wanted to do on this character while waiting to do the instances, and I think we're still just waiting to get back, but Inazarmicum. What do I need to keep trying to think, what do I need to do on this character? I need to go to Foundations of Stone. I need to go to the Shadowed Refuge. So I believe this zone, see, I'm in Redhorn Lod, so yeah, this one I can go to Foundations of Stone through. So I gotta go navigate around this zone. This one's one of the easier ones to go around because it's more just the rocks and not as many structures and big things to work around. they're talking about some of the old kins on the server. I remember Devout of the Loveless Eye. But just like when these servers launched, I remember there were some more competitive groups, which is okay, but like compared to our kinship, we aren't the most like pushing the most difficult content. Here we are like on a Moria group, just enjoying some of the Moria instances and raids eventually. Even though like when Angmar was released, like we tried to do tier 2 Rift quite a bit, but that was a little bit tough to get through. I don't have a pop-up. I might need to leave and be re-invited. Or kicked. I must have exited out of that on accident. Maybe they were waiting for me. Hope you all weren't waiting for me that whole time. See, I was waiting for somebody to actually start the instance. I don't think they were waiting on me. There were a couple other people out. Oh, but that was odd. Yep. I don't know, I'm actually curious. So I have the chat blurred on the bottom right. It shouldn't be readable, but I haven't actually tried to read that. The only thing, the reason I do that for anybody who wasn't here when I've talked about that is I talked to my kin leader. Since I used to like stream all the kin events and just had like all this chat stuff open, I thought about like a way to try and hide it just to keep the stuff that people don't necessarily want. Not that anybody in the kin says anything like really bad, but maybe some like personal things they don't want everybody to know and be like broadcast on YouTube is why that is blurred. So I just made a little box on the right, and that's where all my kin fellowship and like raid chat is. So I sometimes have a bit trouble. I'm used to all that being on the bottom left, and I have all the regular chat still on the bottom left. But I was just catching up on some of the chat. I've missed so much just because I don't really look at it. So like that AoE from the last boss we were talking about, somebody in fellowship chat said that's just AoE damage and they probably don't have a lot of tactical mitigation. Maybe I don't take as much damage because I'm a tank and have more tactical mitigation. I know I'm not built for tactical mitigation, but Beorning specifically, if I look at non-virtue, but actual class traits, you have that +5, wrong one, +5% tactical mitigation. Oh, I also have that. I need to get that. I didn't realize I didn't finish out the last physical mitigation. So, sure. So, oh, there's something I was just about to say, but when I pulled this, I got distracted. Oh yeah, it's about my chair. You might hear me moving around in it a little bit. So I have a new chair, much more comfortable than the old one, but it's made out of bonded leather. I don't know why bonded leather is so common. If it's like cheap or something to make, is probably why. If I had a guess. Oh, I can't remove that debuff. What does that debuff even do? You are terrified. I wonder what happens. I'm kind of curious how somebody removed it. But yeah, the chair, the upholstery or whatever that's called, is bonded leather, which I am not a big fan of. It not only makes me sweat, but like I stick to it. It's a little bit hard to move out of. So it's like everything I like about the chair, and actually got it as a really cheap chair. It's kind of my whole desk and setup's like a super budgety thing, but at the same time is nice and works real well. Like my desk is actually a utility table, so it's like a plastic table and not wood. I don't know if you can hear that. I have a little side table that is wood, but it was like, it's not the most sturdy. It's fairly surprisingly sturdy for how cheap it was, to be honest, but it's just like a little side table is essentially what it acts like. And does a little bit of storage, so like my wires and headphones I put there. And once I start doing, I don't know how much homework I will actually do at home once school starts. Yeah, usually I'm running right past them. These are stealth goblins. I was actually paying zero attention is why I caught them, but I don't even think we need these guys, but I just can't let them go. We don't actually need these guys, do we? Okay, I can't stand letting them be here though. Oops. I think I just broke his mez. So yeah, that's just a little bit going way back to before the whole goblin thing, a little bit about my setup. I plan to eventually do, I guess, a proper setup video. I'm really bad about doing those. I had one that I was going to upload to Twitter, but I was having issues. That's when I was having internet issues and was just taking forever to try to get anything with that. And by the time I actually got it, it was just like totally outdated that I'd have to make a new one, which is okay, but I just haven't like actually done that. Sure, just hit these guys a little bit so I can make sure I keep some of my aggro. Probably lose the other one. Like as soon as they hit somebody, or not they hit somebody, but somebody hits them, I do so little damage to them if I don't get like a bleed or anything that keeps going and keeps getting me aggro. I just lose threat, which is why ranged mobs are super annoying, especially if people like care. I guess we do have assist target. I honestly pay like zero attention to that. I should pay more attention to it, but with things like that. Okay, this one, just because I know there are issues, I'm going to actually start off with my, cooldowns. Okay, got the force taunts there, and so many debuffs. Try to, oh, I didn't get rid of the stun one. I think this one's about to stun me. Somebody else doesn't remove it. Has 15 seconds left and 1 second stun on duration, so it mainly just slows me, which is also annoying, but I thought the main part of it would be the stun, but not really. There's a skill called Scribe and New Ending. Yeah. Talking about the one that removes poisons. Ooh, I need to get rid of my curses. Wish those potions would get rid of like all of whatever type you use them on. But yeah, our healer is actually pretty new at healing and I haven't noticed any issues. burglar is taking damage from something, but there's so many things. I knew this guy was back here. Didn't think that's who it was, but maybe. I feel like me tanking when I'm streaming is a dangerous thing, just because there's so many different things going on. And I feel like I sometimes hardly even focus on the game or pay attention to any of that if I keep going on talking about something. But yeah, just tanking with me is a bad idea, to go back to what I was talking about that while waiting for the boss, but yeah, this boss goes very smoothly. I think he can throw you sometimes though. Hey Axel Evernight said, depending on the shape of your chair, you can buy a cheap set of front seat car covers, pull your seat apart again and slide the cover over the seat panels and reattach the arms. Oh yeah, so I never got to that. So Rondrium, don't want that. I was considering, I might roll on this one-handed sword. I don't know, not sword, but axe. I don't know if I will dual wield, but it's an option for level 60 that I'd consider with tanking. Especially if we stay at 60 for a while and I try to like max my gear for what we're doing. But yeah, I'm doing something essentially like that, but yeah, something like a seat cover, that's a pretty good idea. Thanks for that. That just means I'm moving too slow. So yeah, the hunter. I was moving too slow, but don't think I looted these, so I'll loot them, then we can get going. For some reason I thought you went through that gate for challenge mode, but maybe not. But yeah, I basically use a blanket on the back of the chair and another one on the bottom, just because I don't like that surface material. But I think this is the type that, at least I've heard, like tears apart very easily. Which I had that issue with my old chair, but it was like, I also had a cover on that eventually. Actually, I had an extra, like, plain chair cushion. I think we need to go down the middle. Do we go to the final boss, right? Okay. Trying to remember challenge mode. I can't believe I actually somewhat know the way in here. There, I got used out of the do not fall. I thought that might have been a little too far. I didn't realize everybody was back so far when I pulled those two, but oh man, I need to use sacrifice and try to not take hardly any damage at the same time. That was definitely my fault. I try to pull 3 groups at once there. I always think if you're not dying, you're not trying hard enough anyway. I feel like I'm getting a lot of crits. I don't know if my crit rating's real high or it just seemed like I was getting a lot of crits with the Relentless Maul there. Let's see. Roll 1. Critical rating 22.6. That's not too bad. So we do single target on the boss, no AoEs. Ignore the archers? Yeah, I'm not sure what the challenge on this. I just know don't defeat devoted, so single target. I think the whole point here is we're basically doing the challenge. Is that the one you loot him? Somebody was looking for the Tomes of Egash. I'm not sure if that's the one where you have to loot him. Oh yeah, I have Iron Gear, so miners, I can use these. Oh, for some reason I thought this was closer to done. It's still close, but for some reason I thought it was like closer than that at least. Now it'll be 1,000 closer. I also have a ton of marks. Quite a few medallions, but 103,000 is a ton of marks. Hey Parky the Pancake, you're watching LOTRO on one monitor and playing LOTRO on the other? I am a little bit similar, that I am playing LOTRO on one monitor and streaming it on the other. I could watch LOTRO on the other monitor, but then I'd just be watching myself, which is a little bit weird. So can't hit the devoted. Somebody's. The AoE didn't hit him. I gotta try really hard to not use an AoE, at least while he's not here. Okay, I can use an AoE now. Yeah, concentrating on not using an AoE is one of the hardest things in LOTRO, just because you have so many. Some classes don't have as many, but Beorning, I have like 3 basic skills here. Ooh, that's the one that did a ton of damage to us. Oh no, I totally could have tried to cancel that. Can use my AoEs when I almost used an AoE when the devoted was here, but I can't use claw swipe and it's so hard to not use that. And that's such a good one just to get that dot on him. Oh, I can use 3. I was about to press 4 there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get a heal on myself. We do have the healer up, so that's good. Looks like the devoted guy is coming back. Yeah, that's a very brief stun. feasting. Okay, I'm gonna get that evade thing. It's about to do his AoE. It still does quite a bit of damage to me. I can use the potions here if I really want to get this done. Oh, I accidentally hit the guy. Hopefully the dot part is getting a bit low on morale. Accidentally used claw swipe. I thought he was away a little bit. Okay, now I can use claw swipe. Hopefully doesn't do too much damage. Yeah, oh. Oh, yeah, that last AoE there really hurt. Yeah, Parky the Pancake, we're basically twins. Somebody, I can't really actually resurrect. I guess I could choose no and then retreat for somebody to run back to res, but once Gunlog comes up, I'll be able to revive. For what everybody else says. Oh man. So you had the same problem with your chair. The backrest was a tight squeeze. With, I guess, your cover, you thought the bubble for the headrest would be a problem, but it spread out so to fit perfectly. So when I used to have a blanket over my old chair, with the chair, it had a bubble, but like anytime I would go back, the fabric would stretch out, so it was like no problem with that. And I'd rather that than sagging with anything like that. And Valorant Care, he said you haven't played this game in ages, you love Tolkien lore and world, and the gameplay was way too clunky and clumsy for me. I can definitely see that gameplay being that way. I actually enjoy the gameplay, even though I do think it has those exact issues. I still do enjoy it, and it's smooth enough, and I don't know, for some reason I just enjoy the LOTRO gameplay, but probably need to start concentrating on this, eat some of my food, and do a little bit more contribution if I can find. So you come back from time to time to my videos for some memories. Yeah, that's good. LOTRO, I don't really watch videos of it, probably because I'm more of the make videos type person for it. If I didn't make videos, maybe I would watch it, but I feel like it is a good game. If you find the gameplay clunky, to be able to experience what's going on, you can at least watch it. Okay, so we have Scrolls token. Maybe I can get one of these. Those are not an upgrade. I'll actually get my wrath up for the start of the fight. So single target on. We're going to miss the archer. Oh, there are two archers. And then single target on Egosh again, and try not to hit him with claw swipe. That got him a little too close to dead, but we died anyway, so he didn't. But yeah. So yeah, gameplay, I agree, does feel clunky, but still fun. they would have the combat and movements feel smoother. Yeah, that's one thing with LOTRO. Sometimes the combat doesn't feel smooth, and the movement, right now I'm not having any issues with jumping, but sometimes I have a lot of lag jumping, a little random skipping. Like there, I don't know how noticeable it is like watching the video, but there's like a little bit of stuttering sometimes when I jump and skipping. Okay. Let's get buffs up and good to go. I think I'll probably actually, I don't want to start out with a Force Taunt. Maybe do Sting and then Vicious Claws and then a Force Taunt. That should get any aggro. Oh, I actually have a chance to do a couple AoEs here. Yeah, get rid of that armor debuff. It's nice when we have everybody alive because there's more chances I get for using my AoEs. You just gotta be very careful that nobody else is nearby while I use them. To be proactive with that. Cool down, get out of the fire. Actually get him out of the fire so the DPS aren't standing in it. There's that good old one shot. Uh-oh, our healer's down, which is not good. That means I'm going to have to try to out heal this while ooh, that one hit me for 9.5k. That was a lot on this crushing darkness. Yeah, I can't use it. They're dead. The do not fall I had, but let's see. I want to see that. So I'm kind of curious with that. It sounds like it's just an AoE and we need more tactical mitigation, which is okay. The toughness, this is pretty somewhat easy when we did it solo. Well, solo tier 1. We're still on tier 1 non-challenge mode. That's what I'm trying to think of. But it might just be the addition of having the archers and all that and getting one shot by that AoE, making it a little bit tougher. So I think we're going to change a little bit with like our do not fall in strategies, that type of thing, and maybe timing with cooldowns. But yeah, you would love, hold up, I gotta get back to chat there, the second to last one. So from what us guys say, not much change in that regard since your times in LOTRO. Yeah, the gameplay overall is basically the same. I mean, they've made changes. Like one example I can think of as Champion is a lot smoother and faster as far as their gameplay and animation times. They used to be like very slow, and between skills you'd have a huge animation delay where you spend like a good chunk of time doing nothing, just waiting for your next skill to execute. So they've cut those down a bit. There still is animation delay, and it's one of the things that still bothers me in the game. I need to get a Beorning Sunny Cake just to get a little bit of in combat origin. It does basically nothing, but some basically nothings are helpful when you're this close to completing something. So you would love LOTRO with the Final Fantasy XIV combat system. I'm not too familiar with that. I've heard a lot of things about that game, but I should actually try to look at the combat system. So we're gonna try to kill that archer while the boss waits to wake up, and we think the archer respawns. I have no idea on this, but it's what it sounds like happens. Oh, I need to Oh. I just gotta be ready for the boss when he comes. I can get in bear form. I was just getting my wrath up. Oh, that debuff. Sounds like these archers do a lot of damage, which is probably the case. Fortunately, I have like physical mitigation, but if they do anything else... Oh, I think I hit that guy with an AoE by accident. That's not good. Okay, he's doing... Yikes. I was taking a lot of damage there. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was standing in fire, I think. Oh. Apparently, you can run back in. Sounds like we can just keep chain running back if one die at a time and we don't get a huge AoE wipe. So Final Fantasy made a free trial where you can play vanilla and first expansion. It sounds like kind of like WoW Classic, but free instead if you want to take a look. So combat is still tab target, but much more tight, fast-paced, and animated. So one thing I do like about LOTRO is the overall idea of the combat system, kind of the tab target, similar to World of Warcraft and Rift, if people are familiar with that. Not like, I think, Elder Scrolls Online and like Guild Wars 2 or the different style. Okay, need a... concentrate a minute on the boss here as I try to get aggro, try to stay alive, and looks like we have a healer up, but yeah, I like that, like this type of tab target. Go, don't hit, try to cancel that. Okay, hopefully that doesn't do too much damage to me. Okay, this time I am not in the fire, but I'm still taking a lot of damage. I think I have an archer on me, which probably just adds up. I know I was taking a lot of damage before that even. Okay, try to get green real quick. That fellowship maneuver, the heal from that actually really helps, even if the damage from those isn't always super great. Rid of that armor, debuff F1 for the damage, and going to trying to kite him around at the same time just to oh no. I felt myself press that AoE, but hopefully it's close enough where I can kill this guy. Oh. Okay, that one's pretty tough. I don't know if all the running around helped, but I got it done. Now I can kill this little lurker. There are so many things going on, I can't tell. Let's see, I can res the hunter here. Okay, so you also enjoy tab target combat, Parky. And you say WoW does it best. I agree, the kind of combat feel of WoW. Somebody asked if I like WoW or LOTRO better, and that's one of the things with WoW I like, is just how polished the tab target gameplay is, even if there's things even with LOTRO gameplay that I like more about it. This is another piece that's nice for Beorning, but this one might actually be an upgrade. I think it is an upgrade over my Berg helm, so I'll go ahead and roll on it. That's a nice spear. Of course, legendary item. Better now. Gold strand necklace. That is a nice looking one, but resistance. It's not like it's a bad stat, but I would rather a different stat. Pocket item. This looks like another one I was comparing to recently. This one might actually be worth rolling on. Do lose some morale. Don't need the physical mitigation, so I'll actually pass. Forget the physical mitigation basically does nothing for me right now. Okay, so we need to individually loot all these chests for medallions of Moria. So Valor here. Don't know if that's how you say the name, but you also do not mind tab targeting. You just wish it was more polished than LOTRO. Mini skills look like you just do some random swings. Yeah, that's one thing with WoW, just the smoothness and polishedness of the animations. Oh, Yunez Marzuki, you're still here. What server would I recommend? I'd say if you're just starting out, I play on Arkenstone. I would say it's a server I would recommend. Sorry, I totally missed what was said there. Okay. We're doing 5-minute break and then we're finally going to do Forges of Khazad-dûm, which is the one I initially said. Yeah, Brandywine, there. It's hard to choose a bad server. Like, some of them are just less populated. No Langerfall's an often recommended one. For US servers at least, like Langerfall, Arkenstone, Brandywine. Trying to even remember the names of the other US servers. Maybe Crick Hollow. Right now I'm on Anor, which is a legendary server, and you have to subscribe for that, so it wouldn't be a great choice for a new player. I like the server a lot though, it's just less populated. Yeah, I can't believe it's already like August 23rd. So late in August, it's almost September already. For some reason it feels like we're halfway through the year, but quite a bit over that. I know that's totally random, but... Oh, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going to Foundations of Stone when that instance thing. So we're doing 5-minute break, and then we're doing Forges of Khazad-dûm. I will try to get to Foundations of Stone first. Still need to do High Peak Trainers, that's probably in Grand Stair. Yeah, it's the Wargriders one. Yeah, this year's been crazy overall, but in a way it feels like it's been very long, but has been going by fast. Ooh, does this guy take you to... He does take you to the Shadow Refuge. How nice. I might not have room for all these quests in my quest log. I'm at 29 of 54. Oh, I did complete all the Grand Stair ones. That really took some room. Or opened some room. Don't need... I have these Lone Lands quests still. I just never abandoned these quests. I actually had them ready to turn in the whole time. I went through Lowlands on this character. Went from Lowlands to Trollshaws to Misty Mountains. Did part of Misty Mountains, not necessarily all of it. Ingmar. That was probably from when we were doing Ingmar instances. Don't need to get the goat droppings. somebody. Oh. Yeah, the gym hall guy has on the same quest and completed all the objectives. That's kind of odd. It's just such a random quest. It's kind of funny that somebody in the fellowship would be on the same progress, but they're the same level as me, perhaps leveling through that zone. Actually see him. No, that's Silver Time Loads, not Salamalek, but yeah, I got to... There are a whole bunch of other quests. I just gotta try to find my way here in this purpley zone. Oops, thought I was on overrun. I probably need to turn a light on because it's very dark here and I don't have any lamps. Ideally I would have a lamp maybe kind of back left of me, but don't have any of that up and it's gotten dark out now. It's kind of crazy because when I got here a couple weeks ago, that it was getting dark out at like 9:40, but it's already getting dark out at 8:40 instead, 8:45. Kinda looks cloudy, could be some rain. There's a little bit of rain around, but... So the pre-quest before entering Moria is your most fun. LOTRO, remember you still have shivers in your spine just recalling the music and mood. Yeah, that was probably... I wasn't there for the release of that, but it was exciting for me. I was very excited to enter Moria. But after a few hours in there, I was much less excited about it. I am not gaming in pitch black. It was actually pretty light out just a little bit ago, but it's getting dark enough that I need to turn a light on. I really don't like it being dark when I have my monitors on. Okay, so I think that's all the quests and then I can go out of here, but I'm going to be right back to turn on the light. Okay, got one on. Apparently I forgot to mute myself when I got out, but that's no problem. It's just noisy, I guess. I don't know if it used to be like, my old chair used to like squeak real bad and would be picked up by the mic like much louder than I talk. So it's probably not really an issue as much anymore. Yeah, Moria... talked about this maybe before you joined, just Moria navigating through it and the mob difficulty and all the falling were like 3 big reasons I actually disliked it when I first went through it. I actually really hated it. I wanted out of it so bad. Actually, I wanted out of it so bad that I leveled another character compared to the one that was in Moria at the time. Mithril dust. I wonder who drops those. Maybe Moroval? I guess you all can see once I click that there's a link. Because we're called Mithril League. Looks like I thought he did start. Start the new instance. Oh, this is for those deeds. I was like, what were these deeds for the instance or what? But these are just flaming deeps. The zone. Oh, here's more of the instance quest maybe? Did I just miss these or? I guess I just missed these. Sounds like we might have some people dropping the instance and trading some people. I think there is the actual... Oh no, there's not the actual Beorning trader here. There's just like 2 sets of each armor. Guess I'll double check that the Beorning isn't here. Champion, Captain, Shield Bearer, that's probably Guardian, Continuing Champion, and yeah, Guardian. There's a chance it could be medium armor if it's on any of these. Hunter, Burglar, Warden, yeah, it's not. But since I've picked up all the quests, we can go back to 21st Hull. And then I can actually look at some of the gear. Looks like I can get another quest here. Moria instance cluster, something wicked. Oh, I remember. This is the quest I had for some reason in that one zone. You have to do that, and I don't know, that leads to maybe a quest in, I don't even remember where. I don't know for sure that I've done it. So I'm looking for the Beorning Trader. Beorning Trader. I'm trying to call it Beorning, which I think is what it actually is, but I still have a tendency to call it Beorning. Warden, Hunter, Champion, there he is. Blends in pretty perfectly. And soon enough I get a 57 Great Axe, which, speaking of that, probably for a long time needed to reforge this. Relentless Maul or Vigilant Roar? Definitely Relentless Maul. Bear form. Vigilant Roar. Overturn the tides. So I'll probably get this. Hopefully, actually remember to use it. 59. First stage, I need to run Turtle and maybe Darn Orbigid. You could even get those. I don't remember. Relics. Yeah, I'll spend the rest on relics probably. Let's see, the 57. Yeah, I'll do all the rusted dwarf tools. And the Cuzdal tablets. Probably don't need many of these, but I'll save them just in case. Don't care too much about relics right now for that. Can even do auction house here. I guess auction house is the term for the actual thing it is, but I think they've always been called auction hall. The actual thing they are, the building is called auction hall. All of those. But I know in like World of Warcraft it's called auction houses, where I was going with it. What was I doing? Legendary item? Sure. I think actually I wanted to go to the relic to deconstruct the relics, but I needed to do that. Oh, and I combine a bunch of these. I didn't realize I had so many tier 1 relics on like a level 56 character. I don't know if you can... Let's see. Oh, you do have some unique ones for level 55. These are pretty strong. I don't know, tanking, I might not want the Devastate Magnitude and critical rating. What are the usual settings look like? I think they have like physical mastery. Yeah, I'd probably, if I want one of these, probably want ending. I know a lot of DPS ones like that. Gym. Probably don't want that. This one could be, Unique Gem of Faith could be okay-ish. Unique Gem of Hope. I feel like the gems, they have critical rating, so that's kind of another one. As far as the level 55 one specifically, it's kind of a toss-up. For some reason, I thought they were level 60 ones. There might be, but Unique Rune of Wisdom, I'd probably take that. Get the decreased attack duration. I'd get that on a DPS as well. Okay, so Forges of Khazad-dûm, sounds like we are about ready. I think we did pick up the new player. We had a Runekeeper and replaced it with a Minstrel. I think this Minstrel usually heals, so I don't know who will be healing. Yeah, I have a bunch of quests for this one, and I think Vilgashin is the other one. So I still have one set for Greenstair. That one's possible. I could go in and do it on my own. It's just the Wargs portion. Oh, the Warg Riders are actually pretty tough. Probably not. The Wargs themselves and the boss might be, if I'm up for the challenge. Oh, I could have been sharing these the whole time. Sounds like everybody here is not eligible. I don't even know which quest that was. Oh, that's the Shadowed Refuge version. Not Shadowed Refuge version, but a quest from Shadowed Refuge. So it's kind of odd. I'm in Central Time now, which is better for me because it's earlier and I usually don't stay up that late. But it's only like 9 o'clock my time, which would mean it's 10 o'clock Eastern Time or server time, as far as LOTRO is concerned. I think I accidentally, I was scratching my arm, get a lot of bug bites up here. But I think I accidentally just totally make that blood a lot, but it's going to sting, but I have hand sanitizer here. But whatever I was talking about, I don't know, something with quest or something, or the time zones. So I'm actually pretty tired right now. It's only 9 o'clock here, but I've been on a super early schedule. I think we are still getting things set up. I don't know who is healing exactly. This Minstrel has a lot of health. Yeah, check out his gear. Oh, he is level 58 crafted stuff. That's pretty nice. And a level 60 piece there. That's a lot of vitality compared to my stuff. I don't know if I'll use the 58 crafted stuff, but that's pretty good for tanking. It might be. I have somebody that can craft that. Yeah, Parky, I did recently move from Eastern Time to Central Time, and also moved, not necessarily from South, but up north compared to where I was. Wow, it's 4 a.m. in Poland there. That's, I would consider early. I don't know if you're staying up all night. For some people, that would be late, getting towards bedtime. Okay. Yeah, I think I wake up early, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., sometimes a little bit earlier, closer to 5, but 4 a.m. is very early, definitely. I still want to sleep then. Also, with like my work and school schedule, I don't need to be up early. So like I used to have those good old 8 o'clock classes. Those were kind of annoying, even though I'm like a morning person. Okay, now my level will come into play more because I would have had issue, I think, in this one at level 55. These mobs are 59, so they would have been fine, but I'm thinking that bosses are not. I think the other Beorning has aggro. Go ahead and use off my force taunt, so now they're all on cooldown. Oh, that's surprising to see people. Just normally, I see people who prefer to stay up late and all that, but you get up at 5:30 a.m. It's pretty early. Oops, I think I accidentally entered bear form there. Wow. I almost, in a way, felt I wasn't really running that way, but I just didn't realize I was so close to the edge. Oh, a whole bunch of inductions here. I'm going to get, I think, bombed? I don't know what they had. Sapper, so probably some sort of like fiery bomb will join me in fiery death. I usually sit cross-legged for a while, but then I need to stretch my legs, and I used to not have a setup like this, but actually I have a folding chair, like a card table chair behind my desk. It's kind of a temporary thing just to put it there, but I actually use it as a footrest at my desk, so it's not by choice that you have to get up early. It's for work. It's still pretty early for work, I think. So I think we need to take these black powder kegs and open a door. Or like close the things and a door will open. I don't remember exactly, but I think you can take this to... I probably should be tanking instead of doing this. I'll put my... It doesn't block all the damage, but it blocks some of it and will transfer it to me. Probably should have been tanking instead of carrying those kegs. Yeah, that actually turned out to be pretty fun for me. Had to get a little bit of aggro. Got to use my good old sacrifice skill. Well, it's actually called sacrifice. I thought it only reduced 30% of the incoming damage and redirected it to me. 60%'s a lot better. I wonder why I was thinking 30%. This goes up to 30% threat, and this goes up to 30% redirected and increased mitigation. I actually use it somewhat frequently when we have pulls like that, but I don't think I use it enough to justify the trait points compared to like going in the yellow line or red line more. So what am I going to school for? For atmospheric science. Oh, for some reason I feel like I missed an item. But maybe not. Okay, I guess not. This is a pretty weird instance. Not in a bad way, it's just unique. You have that room. So you unlock this room and there's a kind of random boss. I don't know if it really is that random, but he seems like a random boss that doesn't even seem like it should be here. So you went to school for marketing. That's pretty neat. Trying to think it's probably, I don't know if you like work at anything specific. Yeah, just trying to drag him out of the fire there. There's a little red box. So the fire, you can see it right here, but the box extended out, so you're still in the area effect quite a bit. You said mine sounds more interesting. I hate to say it, but I do have to agree with you, but I am actually doing that, so it's of course going to be more interesting to me probably. So we have a timer that we have to defeat the last boss, and oh, somebody leveled up. Congrats. Yeah, gotta get that. I saw it shining earlier. Requires human form. I think I could examine that in bear form. Mastodon. I think all the names for different gear pieces are kind of interesting. This one's not too bad compared to what I have. I do lose a little bit of armor. I guess the might is better than agility. It's the thing with Beorning and Warden is you can use both of those, but might still is better. Whoa. Sometimes you can jump over those, but usually you can't. Oh no, he's going to go there anyway. Oh, I was immune to both of those. I still had my stun. Let's see if I can jump this one. It looks like a couple other people are trying. Oh, I made it. Yeah, I guess that's the time. You just gotta time it right and try to jump over their head when you're going down, but can't do it flat. Like that time I got hit. Oh, I probably should have used that. I forget that has such short range. It's like 10 meters. Oops. Yeah, this boss I used to have no idea what to do with the barrels, but I kind of know now. Well, thanks for joining, Perky. You're off for the night, going to hit the hay. Yeah, good time for sleep. I'm still going to go quite a bit more, but for a little bit there, like 10 minutes ago, I was getting about ready to go to sleep, or getting tired, but more awake now. I feel like more actively doing something in the game, keeping me going. But yeah, thanks for joining the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so he's doing the barrels and I'm doing something with the boss. The leader was giving some instructions that I paid basically no attention to. So I think we can just kill these mobs. There's something like the trolls or somebody that regenerate their morale throughout the fight. I wonder what my virtues. I know I keep pulling the virtues panel up, but Fidelity's getting up there. Yeah, that tactical mitigation seems like it will be good in Moria. At least what we've run so far. And once I get my higher level gear, I should have more morale and be generally better suited to deal with that sort of stuff. They have the chest there just like waiting for us to open, but you can't do it in combat. There's a sapper somewhere. Oh, way up there. Oh, somebody just took care of that one. Yeah, we're just like kind of waiting. The burglars handling the barrels, so we should get. Oh, this guard's level 61. These guys are red for me, so it might be a bit hardcore aggro. Yeah, it sounds like, that's good to know. The boss just heals them and that's just a thing. I thought it was just a thing, but thought maybe there's some way to prevent it. I'm not too familiar with all these Moria instances. I feel like I have the general idea in like Stare. I feel like I've gotten the hang of now, but I'm just trying to keep these guys in a corner here, stay off the track, and keep aggro right now, but guess I could have been one more level, which I already almost got from what we've run. Okay, so now, boss, there he is. Now he's... Oh. Yeah, I lost aggro, sorry. I got them now. Ouch. I don't know what happened there. That was odd. Two fire nova explosions. That seems so random that we all just like exploded. That's a little bit funny more than irritating. I have no idea why that happened. We just exploded. I was getting like hammered by... Actually, the stream isn't caught up to what's actually going on while I'm talking about this. So I'm going to watch that and just see. Yeah, it looked like we just randomly exploded. I'm thinking maybe something with barrels is what happened. I think it's time for this outfit. A little bit warm here. Nope, I got hit by both of those. The first one I didn't think stunned me, but the second one did. I don't know why the first one wouldn't have, so probably that one stunned me. Now this one I should be able to jump over. Yep, I made that. The curved ones can be a bit tougher, maybe going off to the side. Nope. I feel like it's a fun little mini game trying to jump over those. So were you looking that up? You should be able to jump over that somehow. Probably. Yeah, usually I've been able to jump over those, it just takes a little running start. There we go, they made it. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to who I was fighting, I just knew there was an orc there. I wasn't thinking, I was just watching them try to jump over. Yeah, this instance, this boss fight, well, I guess this is a boss fight, but it's just more than just the boss. You gotta summon the boss, kill the ads, and do all the powder kegs things. But it's just so unique, I guess. It's so weird. But it works. I'm not a big fan of the whole powder keg and trying to do that. It's a little bit slow, but it's also, I don't know, a bit weird. I think you're supposed to, I don't even know exactly, you're supposed to take the barrel somewhere. It's best if you do it in bear form. I think the one they just come out of. Let's see if this works. I think that's the way it works. Don't take me a minute to get them again. Trying to get aggro on that one. Can't. The other one I got the force ton on, but this one's stuck on the other Beorning. Okay, so did you say like way over in this corner? Okay. So I'm just going to tank these guys. I don't even need to damage them, but that's more fun than not damaging them. So I'm just here to survive and keep the trolls busy while they try to get Dob, who I guess I can hit. Let me do a little corner turn and then I can try and just occasionally use a skill to toss over there. Feel like I'm doing something more useful. Would be a nice time to be a range tank with like the Warden. Could go in range stance and hit the trolls and keep them occupied while still damaging the boss, but at that point you might even take too much aggro on the boss, who is actually the little goblin and not one of the big giant things. Accidentally forced on the goblin. I wasn't paying too much attention and no. It looks like it did take aggro. Okay, well, let's try to get him defeated. Yeah, I totally accidentally forced on him there. I don't know, maybe I click targeted him or tap targeted him. Again, I wasn't paying too much attention, I was just pressing my skills and trying to look at his health, so I probably accidentally got him from that. And then used the force taunt instead of like one of the safe ones like Grizzly Cry, or I don't know what the situation with Beastorm or Nature's Vengeance was, but yeah, now I can kill these guys. They're level 61, so I still can't do too much to them. I'm actually losing aggro to the burglar, who's also 56, so they're red for him too, but there we go, got it done. That's just kind of It's kind of annoying. I said it's unique and interesting, but it is a kind of annoying fight, to be honest. Forge Torch. I wonder what that looks like. Pretty boring. But yeah, it looks like switching the outfit worked. So this part is also pretty weird. The whole instance is weird, but the part down here I think is more fun than that last boss. Let's see, now is when I need to use that force taunt. There we go. I think I got them all hit and now I have them all going. This is probably going to end up being, it's like not a super long stream like I've had before. Sounds like we can use these. I've never actually used these. I think if you get fire you can just use one of these to remove that, it sounds like. So you have to be level 58, so I can't use it anyway, and I don't think I've ever actually used it, so this will be pretty normal for me as far as that goes. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that troll to go, and then we can start. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've ever had any issues with this boss. He's usually pretty easy. Like, even with that fire thing that, again, I've never paid attention to. But he's... Again, I didn't know he even did anything, but... So I think it gets rid of this one, which is actually, it lasts a long time. And it does a little bit of damage. It does decent damage, but it's pretty slow. Looks like Runekeeper rune bag. We have one of those now. That is probably a good wrist item. I think that is an upgrade for me. Don't have much to roll on, so I'm happy whenever I do find something to roll on. Yeah, I'm used to always being on fire here like this. I forgot this guy's basically immune to fire and light damage. Lightning should, right? I think lightning damage is just, maybe, I don't know. It's just fire and light mitigation, I think. Of course it sucks for fire runekeepers, but at least they do have lightning skills if they are spec fire. And then Warden, it was bleed still worked, but the light damage. Okay, sounds like we are ready to go. So these trolls are normal levels, so not them. The boss, if he does activate, hopefully it's while my Relentless is going or after that. Or hopefully he's in the Relentless. That's like totally way long ago. Oh, he's red. This one's also red, so a bit hard to get aggro. I think this one we got to move around as the fire comes as well. It's good that he should take lightning damage and of course like physical damage. He's hardly taking anything from me. Trying to get aggro, but I keep losing. It's just I have to rely on my force taunts not getting deflected and all my other damage. I'm doing such weak damage to actually get any aggro, so ooh. Guess I'll just let him come back to us while the trolls go here. Comes right back. I think normally you have to run around the room if the fire is going around, but I don't know, maybe that's some different thing. I'm just used to having to do that, or maybe it's a later part in the fight. We are only a little bit through it now. It's absorbing some of the damage I'm doing. Maybe I am doing some light type. Is beasting light? Beasting, it's called beat storm, but I didn't realize, I guess I knew that was light damage, but I didn't even think about that as far as this fight goes. It does the main hand damage initial one. I don't think I have the trait for the slow on that. I don't. But we're doing okay here at least. I think the hunter has fire oils already up. Can't do fire or light oil. He already had fire oils up. That would be good. I think the other Beorning again is blue line, so it's okay if he has aggro more. I always feel the need to remove debuffs like that wound I just had, but I also want to see what they do. Wonder the roar. Oh, that's main damage. That's common damage. Main hand damage it draws from the main hand, but it does common damage. I thought it would have maybe done light damage. Seems like most things like that are light damage. No, it makes sense if the Beorning has like V-Storm doing light damage. Sounds like we're going to move around now, actually. This might be, yeah, this is when the fire starts to come. So we want to be as close to this side of the fire as possible. You can keep moving, I think in this instance it's pretty good to Oops, it looks like they were going greens and I totally missed it. I wonder if he looks like right now he can take light and fire damage. Just thinking about Beorning, okay, it's only minus 20%, and then I think it phases back to being minus 90 or minus 100% rather. Or what cleanse Nature's Vengeance does. We can go ahead and move here. Now we can make this corner by the time he actually gets to me. Oh, did not see that troll. Fortunately, I have my stun remover skill. Be sure to loot him for quest item. And there's something else here. Looks like a little pickaxe. I think that's for a deed, not a quest. Oh, just waiting at the chest. Ready for my loot. I can destroy all these water pouches, don't need those. Especially don't need that many. Okay, Warden Spear don't want. Runekeeper Stone don't want. Pass on the housing item. Light armor, don't want that. So, bunch of passes there. Hard to tell if you're facing the chest if you're standing in it, but yeah, I guess we are done with instances. I doubt we're doing anything else, but it's possible. I don't know what else we would run, but I think this is all we were planning to run this evening, and I got quite a bit done here in Moria. Hey Marco, Vargas. And yes, that was a nice run. We did have one wipe on the second boss, but did pretty good overall. I went through it in probably half an hour because I don't think the timer starts till a bit later. But that one's like pretty tough with the second boss, the platform, and then the bottom part can be tough, and that guy was red for me and red for the burglar, and just a bit tougher with taking damage. And I think the hunter had fire oils already up, which didn't help. Yeah, thanks for the runs. So yeah, that was pretty good. Guess I can go ahead and order for these. Oh no, it's the other ones I need. Our oopsies. It's not a big deal that I bartered for those because I can just barter right back. I just saw that trader there, so I thought I'd do it around there. Sounds like next Sunday. What is the name of the plugin for my inventory bag? I'm not using a plugin. That's just kind of the default inventory. If you have your bags like they're separate like this, you can drag the little slots to a single bag going through that edit wheel, that edit mode. Well, thanks for subscribing and the likes, Marco. I do appreciate it. there's not sure we're doing more today, so probably about to wrap this up. We'll see if anybody else wants to run more. I'd be up for one more instance, but that would probably be it for me after that. But just planning on wrapping this up here, and I'm trying to think. Oh, legendary items, I probably want to do that and turn in my quest before we actually get going. And Nello, I have not encountered any server instability, so I'm pretty fortunate. Basically every time I play I haven't had issues. But yeah, I know a lot of people have had that. I guess happen to play at the right times, and maybe Anor doesn't have issues, the server I'm on. So I need to go to Orkwatch and be out of bear form. So I'll try to get these quests turned in, and that should get me level 57. There was a reason I wanted level 57, I thought, but I don't remember. But yeah, I just need to get these quests turned in, and being back at Orkwatch would be good anyway. Or Inez or Meckham, I think is where I'm going, or whatever it's called. What is that place called? Anazar Meckham, that's right. Somewhat right, at least. Oh, the legendary. I can actually do this? Oh, I was hoping it would let me do this while on the Stable Master. That'd be pretty neat. Doesn't look like I could do anything. Oh, I can do Vault on this. That's surprising. So I could put... Let's see, do I need to put anything inside my vault? Don't think so. Oh, I could put the Hornburg Defender. I could really destroy that. Oh, I can't put it in the vault while I'm on this, but can open it. So one thing before we wrap this stream up, I don't think we're doing anything else. It looks like people are heading off. Yeah, it looks like people are already headed off, so I wasn't planning on that, but it's just a possibility there before we did do the full wrapping up. But one thing I did want to cover was kind of the schedule with videos next week. So I do start like my full work/school schedule this upcoming week, so I'm not quite sure exactly what will be going on each day and what will really need to be done and taken care of, especially as things go on. But I do want to try to stream pretty much most of those days, and right now I don't really see any issue with trying that. The only day potentially that I wouldn't be able to that I know of is tomorrow right now. And there's nothing like, not like a possibility I couldn't stream. Am I saying that the right way? It's possible that I could stream, basically. So I would probably try to post like some sort of schedule up on Twitter, but after a couple weeks, I guess we and I will know more about what's going on and kind of what to expect with streams. But in general, I do them evening time like this, and Sundays and Fridays we have kin events, and sometimes Wednesday as well. Otherwise, I want to get to Minas Morgul finally on my characters on Arkenstone and do the thing on Louisden, but the Array of the Valor I have on Louisden, and I have another 105 Valor I could use on another character, but that's something else I do have to think about. Could do like a Guardian Lore Master. Probably not a Beorning for that one, but just a character I have to consider that on, but that's like a whole other thing. Otherwise, tomorrow, I'm very excited for this. I plan to have what is my biggest LOTRO video project I've ever done. I'm hoping to upload that so it's ready at like 12 p.m.-ish. That's when I try to do my videos, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So I'd like schedule it for 11 a.m. my time. That's when I try to have regular videos, so if I do stream that day, it's usually quite a bit later in the evening, so there's some separation with that since it's all on YouTube. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I'm got to render that, which means I have to render it tomorrow morning, and I have to do that like before work and all that. But yeah, that's just a little bit what's going on with that. Otherwise, I need to actually record other videos. That's probably something I would try to do next weekend. Again, this week I have to get things a little bit settled in and everything. I'll go ahead and leave the fellowship. I guess it looks like we're breaking up. I don't really have to, but here we go. Might even run epic battles on this character. I know that was like totally random, but yeah, it looks like I need to go. Maybe I do have a quest turn in here. No, a quest to accept. Oh, it's probably the goat droppings. Yep. Need to go to Anazor Mecham so I can turn in the quest. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else like schedule and video and upcoming content wise that I want to talk about here. Maybe some more specific things. Take my headset off since I'm not using it anymore. Some more specific things as far as streaming goes. I mentioned I plan to boost Louis, my warden, up to 120 and use him there and go through Minas Morgul on him on Arkenstone. And I know I do have like 3 level 120 characters, I think, my Warden, Runekeeper, and Lore Master, but doing that I think would give a fresh character and kind of be a nice new start for Minas Morgul and get gear and trait points and all that sort of stuff up to par. And just because I have it, I mean, I need to use it on some character eventually. And the same thing with the 105 one, I have to plan about that, but we already talked about that. And then, stream-wise, that's kind of the big thing I feel like I need to do. That's what would be the next stream is basically what I'm getting to. And then I also want to go through West Rohan. I'm surprisingly excited for that on probably my Runekeeper on the server. I went through a little bit of it on my Warden on my last stream with the epic battles and just starting the quest there, but it made me surprisingly excited to try, was it Western Rohan? Even though I know I don't like Rohan that much, but I'm actually willing to try it again and hoping to like it. So I don't know why that reminds me, but going back to that whole 105 boost character deal, I wonder if I want to travel to 21st Hall. It's a long travel. Let me actually test something. We'll go to Beorning. I think that's what it's called, Grim Bjorn's Lodge. Oh, and I have a trait point to spend. Not a virtue trait. But I actually want to revisit Mordor, and I have a level 105 character boost, which should be perfect for that. I just have to decide which class and which character to do that on. And then I also plan to... Where are they running? Epic battles, maybe? Oh, Thring. I might join them for a Thring. Because I can do a little bit more before I head off. So trait point, I think I will save it for the increased critical chance. But I want to see if this would take me to... can take me to Southbury, which maybe I can get to 21st Hall. I think it's level 95, so I'll probably continue the plan of finishing up the stream once I get back to 21st Hall, but thought I would just check that because it did sound like a fun thing that I meant to get to. I don't think I have a... I just wanted to see about the Thrang Summer Vault instance thing. That's what they were doing. Westbury. Hold up, it's should be here somewhere. Maybe I'm just missing it, or maybe you do it from west, but that wouldn't make much sense. You might first. I thought you could swift travel to 21st Hall from Southbury. Maybe some other places you can. Maybe Rivendell you can, but I'll check Westbury. Westbury wouldn't make much sense since most things are more connected towards Southbury through like Lowlands and that area, but good time to investigate, I guess. Yeah, this doesn't have any of that, so I'm thinking I'll try Rivendell and then to 21st Hall. It's not the biggest deal because I do have my map home to Moria, but just thought it would be worth going back there, like, just to be in a bigger town on this character if I wanted to do anything, but I'm actually honestly not sure I will.
What can I do for you?
And it only costs, I think, like a silver, besides the time spent doing this. Oh, where'd Rivendell go? No, I'm missing that. Here it is. That one's 35 silver. But that's not even that much of a cost. And then Southbury, Mullins Camp. Yeah, there's nothing for Moria. That's really weird. Just because I thought you could. Maybe like Enadwaith or Galtrab has it, is what I'm thinking of. But thought I would check that out. I'll just go to Southbury and probably end there. But a lot of random traveling here at the end. But I thought it was worth investigating. Anyway, as far as this stream goes, I will wrap it up after answering the last question here. Hey, Saul Caballeros. Don't know on the name, but how's the pop of the game doing right now? The overall game, the population's pretty good. A lot of people are a little bit mad about server issues, so probably not as good as it was like last week, for example. Just a little bit lower, but this server in particular is one of the less popular ones by about 20 to 25% is usually the population of this one compared to the other ones. Hey, Hopeful Warrior, he said nice run. Thanks for that. We are playing on the Anor legendary server, but as far as like Moria content, that's the same as all the regular servers. Just a few specific things like with, I don't even know in this stream, like saving up for different things, that sort of stuff. But as far as actual Moria content, fortunately it's the same, but the population on this server, to go back to that, is about 20 to 25%, I would say, of the other servers like Arkenstone. The other server I play on, there's probably usually 1,000 people or more non-anonymous players online at a point, so maybe even 10 to 15% of the most popular at peak time. But yeah, that's a little bit, I guess, with the population of these, it's just a lot less than the regular servers. And hopefully I will be getting back to the regular servers soon. Hey, Saniam, thanks for saying have a good night. Hope you all have a good night too if it is nighttime. It seems like a lot of people seem to join at different times. But yeah, as far as this stream goes, thanks everyone for joining. It's been a pretty long stream. Jumping right back into it, and we're almost at 4 hours, and I know I tend to ramble towards the end of these, but anyway, thanks everyone for joining and all the chat. And this one seems to have a lot of likes and at least a lot of viewers as far as this stream goes, so that's pretty nice to see, especially as I'm getting back into it. But I hope you all did enjoy it, and running through some Moria quests and leveling up and going through the, what do we do, Grand Stair, and then the, not the Flaming Deeps, I keep wanting to call it that, Forges of Khazad-dûm. And if you did enjoy this, please consider liking and subscribing for more if you haven't already. And thanks for watching and joining, everyone.